anything. What did you do?
Yeah, it was in the paper that I was there, but this was pretty cool. Over vacation, I got invited to John Bon Jovi's house, who we've known for like 20-something years, John, you know.
Yeah.
And I'd gone to his house last year, and he had a dinner party, and he even said to me, he goes, man, I fucking blew it. He goes, I didn't have any food. He goes,
How do you have a dinner party with no food?
Like, he just kind of like had people over for drinks and some shitty hors d'oeuvres.
Oh.
And he even called me up, and he goes, I'm having a party this year. He goes, but don't worry, I got it fucking right.
He figured it out this year.
Yeah, and I went, well, what are you doing right? He goes, you know, I got a little band set up, and I got food, and I got everything, you know. So I said, oh, I'll come anyway. You know.
Give him a second chance.
I'll give you a second chance. And I had my 14-year-old daughter with me and her friend Sarah, and you know, I said, hey John, can I bring the kids? And he was like, yeah. So I go over there, and there's like, he's got a whole setup, you know, like nice friggin' tables and shit.
Is this out on the lawn?
Out on the lawn at his house. And so, like, I'm there, and like, it was like one superstar after another starts. Well, first I see like first I see like the governor of New Jersey, John Corzine, who I knew nothing about. And I got to tell you, is like the fucking greatest guy ever.
What do you mean he's the greatest guy?
I'm telling you, this guy.
I've heard some not so good things.
Really? What have you heard? Because I'm telling you, he is terrific.
Well, you get bowled over by everybody you meet.
You would too, though. This guy you would, though. This guy you would.
All right.
That's why they're politicians.
Oh, it's true. What's so great about him?
Because he's the most down-to-earth politician I ever met. He was like a business guy who did really well and seems to like really care. I mean, like he was talking about some of the shit he's doing in Jersey. I was like, whoa, this fucking guy's really way into the gig.
He lives right next to me.
He was the one who rushed back to the 𝗦𝗵cie meeting and
even
almost
talked about
killed
that.
himself.
He even talked about it. That was so stupid, he goes.
Yeah, that's why I'm wondering about his judgment.
No. You would really like this guy. I know you would.
I'm sure I would, but I like having my distance from these people.
Yeah, well, anyway, let me tell you about this party. So I'm standing there, and you know, with parties, I'm always like on edge because, you know, we goof on a lot of people.
And yeah, you never know when you're going to run into somebody you've forgotten how badly you goofed on.
So then, like, you know, I see like Matt Lauer and his wife.
Uh-oh.
No, Matt I'm cool with.
Yeah, but they've had a lot of trouble in that marriage. At least that's what the tabloids say.
Yeah, you know. But they were fun. They were there.
Hopefully they can keep that at home.
Yeah, they don't break up in the middle of the party.
Don't bring that to John.
I saw Brian Gumbel and his wife Hillary, and I saw, you know, like there's sort of like a usual crowd out there in the Hamptons. You know, they're all people who own homes out there, so they all kind of.
I didn't know the Gumbels were out there.
Yeah, they're out there. They're nice people. You know, he's cool with me, and I'm cool with him, and. Then, you know, and then all of a sudden, like some, like, heavy people started to show up, like Paul McCartney, Billy Joel.
Really?
I'm
was there?
I'm walking through the house, and I run into Roger Waters from Pink Floyd.
Wow.
And I'm sitting and talking to him and his wife, and it was kind of a really fun, cool, you know me at parties. I'm like, and then I'm walking over, and my daughter says to me, hey, Dad, can you introduce me to Bruce Springsteen? So I go, is he here? So this is like Artie's wet dream. So I go over, because I met him once before, you know, for a second. And all of a sudden he's like, hey, Howard, how you doing? We talked for about 10 minutes, 15 minutes. We're talking about, he's like, you know, talking about like he can go to his old hometown. And I told him, you know, Artie lives in Jersey and you live in Jersey. And I told the governor that too, you know.
Yeah, that's my governor.
Actually, the governor lives like really close to me.
Yeah, he's a Hoboken guy.
Yeah, he's right
That's what
there.
he said.
I see him all the time.
Oh, yeah?
And I'm talking to Bruce for like a long time until then he pulled the move where he goes, I got a phone call here. I got to take this. Got to go somewhere quiet.
Really?
Yeah.
So he blew you off, you think?
Well, yeah, but it was appropriate. I mean, we had
it was enough.
It was going nowhere. I was getting into my Roosevelt stories about my hometown. And it was
Roosevelt, Long Island.
I don't think he wanted to bond that much.
I thought you meant the president.
No. I don't know.
Yeah, Howard, the goddamn blacks. I get it.
My phone phone is ringing.
I wanted to ask him if he would do American Idol or not to solve that problem.
Please,
for
you have no idea that this is my greatest torture, that fucking show is starting up again and Bruce has an album out. And I'm like, is there anybody in the business who could talk him into it? And first of all, did you read, what scared me the most is I read this amazing article about Rick Rubin in the New York Times Magazine. Did you read that fucking thing?
Yes.
And I'm reading it going, and he's praising how relevant now.
American Idol is?
Well, Columbia Records hired Rick Rubin to save the music business, and he's saying how relevant America's Got Talent and American Idol is. And I was thinking of that exact same thing. Is someone going to talk Springsteen into fucking doing American Idol?
When I read that article, I said, Dave, Springsteen might be smart to do it. But I get the feeling he won't do it because I was talking to him and Billy Joel.
Right.
And Billy was talking about how he got paid a ton of dough to do some sort of wedding or something. And I looked over and Bruce was kind of like,
he would never do that.
I got the whole wedding thing.
Yeah, I got a feeling
he has some integrity left.
Yeah, and it was kind of like, well,
supposedly he's never done it. There's never been one even like quiet instance of a corporate gathering where
or
he's done
a personal.
I don't think so.
Party thing.
I don't, unless it was a charity.
Yeah, but
something.
Bruce does weird shit for his kids. Like it turns out the reason he was out in the Hamptons, his daughter is a horseback rider, jumper, and she was in the Hamptons Classic, and he went all the way out there, and he's hanging out there with her.
Well, that's not weird for a dad to show up at his kids' event.
I don't say that, but I'm saying he might even want to impress his kids and go on American Idol.
Well, that's how they wind up
that's
there.
Right.
Yes.
It sucks for me and Robin as homeowners of the Jersey Shore that Springsteen and Bon Jovi are in the Hamptons with you guys.
Well, that's what Corzine was saying. He was like, what the fuck is this?
He's over there recruiting them to come back.
Right.
Hey, did you guys ever speak? Did you and Springsteen ever speak about satellite radio at all? And like his whole
no,
because supposedly his new album, the first single, mentioned satellite radio and all that other shit.
Nah, I didn't talk to him about that. And then, so let me tell you about this. So then I'm walking around and I run into, so who do I see walking in? Chevy Chase.
Oh!
Now there's something that could go either way.
Yeah, I did see him in California and we worked our shit out.
Right.
And it was no big deal, but Janie was with him, the wife, who evidently, like, I heard...
She's still on the warpath.
Yeah, it hates me, so I saw Chevy, and it was great. We had a really good conversation, quite frankly. And then all of a sudden, Janie came up to me, and we worked our shit out, too.
Oh, did you have a peace talk?
Yeah, so I was trying to describe to Beth how bad things were between me and Chevy and Janie and the history of that whole thing on our show. So I'm going to bring her a tape so she can hear it. Because,
God.
Yeah, because she was like, well, what are you so nervous about? I go, well, dude, you have no idea.
The guy has threatened me.
Yeah. And then Frank Gifford dropped out of the ceiling. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah. But anyway, for the most part, it was kind of cool. And then I see this chick sitting with Roger Waters and his wife, and I thought it was like Gwyneth Paltrow, but someone told me it was Naomi Watts, but I don't know. I didn't know who
You can't tell these blondes apart.
I can't. I didn't know who it was, and he's showing me her baby pictures.
Was she pregnant? Or
she just had a baby.
Oh, she just had the baby.
So that must be her, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I don't know a lot of these people, you know what I mean? Some of the younger starlets. I'm sort of out of it.
Don't be like some old codger.
I am, though.
Know people.
I am an old codger.
Oh,
I was like, I don't know who this broad is. I thought it was Gwyneth Paltrow.
You knew Jay-Z's artist before any of us.
That's true. So I'm getting like my dad. I'm like, which one is this? The Gwyneth Paltrow?
Who is she?
Who is Naomi Watts? What was she in? So I know who that is. So I didn't know anybody. A lot of people I don't know. But then, after dinner was served, John got up with this band he had. He had a band from Jersey there playing. And then John did a couple of songs, which was really cool. We all sat around and watched them. And then all of a sudden he goes, hey, come on, guys, come on up here. And Paul gets up and does the song.
They had like a jam session?
It was Paul McCartney, Jimmy Buffett, Billy Joel, John Bon Jovi.
Did Roger?
Roger got up and did Wish You Were Here.
Wow.
I mean, it was, it was pretty fucking crazy.
Mind-blowing.
Yeah, Bruce didn't get up, though. I think he had left by then.
No kidding.
Yeah.
See, maybe Bruce won't do American Idol. He didn't even do the jam session.
It was a way cool party, and then it was reported in the newspaper that I was there and I was rocking out.
Oh, really? Were you?
I missed that. I missed seeing that.
You miss seeing what?
The you in the paper, and I usually try to read the papers. I miss seeing that you were rocking out.
But I wasn't I was clapping. You know, like during a jam, if you just sit there, you look like a dick.
Right. You got to do something.
But it was kind of sweet because, like, even like Chevy Chase goes, "Damn, my phone won't work. I don't know how to work the camera on this phone." And he was trying to
get pictures.
He's trying to take pictures of it, and I said, "I don't know, man. I don't know anything about it."
Well, I have to officially thank you on the air for the weekend you gave me. Howard got me a ticket to see Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers out in the Hamptons, and I stayed with him, and it was just the fucking greatest weekend of my life. How great was Tom Petty, man?
Tom Petty was awesome.
You went to see Tom Petty too?
I did, and I got to tell you something. I had another mind-blowing experience in terms of music.
Thank you, by the way, for that, dude. That was very nice.
The night before Artie showed up, we got a great story about Ralph and all this shit. But
really?
Yeah.
I have results concerning a bet that you guys might have had, too, about Ralph.
Oh, you do? Okay. All right, good.
Wait, are we going to learn all about this?
There's a big Ralph incident happened.
A major Ralph thing.
What is a major Ralph incident?
Well, we're going to get to it. There's a lot to get to.
See, now I'm totally intrigued.
Anyway, so the night before Artie shows up, I invited Artie out to stay at my place because out there in the Hamptons, they were having a concert with Tom Petty. And it was kind of cool, because it's not a lot of people. It's like 1,500 people tops.
Right.
And they serve a dinner and the whole thing. And, that's pretty cool to see
Unbelievable,
a guy in that smallest setting. So, anyway, the night before, I got invited over the guy who owns Sirius's house. Leon, and I went over, and he usually has a dinner party for a few people every year, and of course I go. He's a good guy, and this time though it was a little bit bigger party on the beach and everything. And then he built this structure on his house, and he had Tom Petty show up at his house and play for all of us.
Jeez.
Wow.
Play for me.
Yeah, well, there were maybe at that point 60 or 70 people there.
Oh, my
so I sat down on a couch, like in a living room.
Could you imagine?
And watched Tom Petty do an entire concert.
Oh, my goodness.
It was friggin' awesome.
Now, did he do the same set the next night?
Pretty much, but
Wow.
actually even more classic tunes at...
well, I'm just wondering, does he do the full concert at Leon's, or does he...
full concert. He was paid full... It said in the paper he was paid $850,000 to show up.
Goodness.
But, I don't know if that's true or not.
How many do each Heartbreaker get?
850,000 for Tom Petty?
Yeah.
You know what?
I said, hey, you could have gotten Cheap Trick for 10 grand.
When you go see Tom Petty in concert, though, you don't realize, God, that's his song too. He's got a million hits.
He does,
and they're all, and he plays them all. He doesn't fuck around.
$850,000 to come to my house?
Hey, look,
so anyway,
what are you gonna do?
Anyway, I was seeing Tom Petty the next night, and I guess that's how he got Tom Petty, because Tom Petty was around.
In town,
and he figured, hey, I'll pick up a couple extra bucks.
Couple extra shekels.
So anyway, well, that's what these guys make. Like they paid these guys. Tom Petty got paid $1 million to show up at the Hamptons.
Well, that's a concert. You could see. I always wondered, but I mean, look again. It's 60 people, private home.
You know what? I should have studied an instrument.
Yeah, you really blew it with this radio thing. Because it's cool, you go out, you get $1 million.
People just throw money at you.
Yeah, and it's fun. You sing. So anyway, okay. So Artie was coming out. He wanted to see Tom Petty. He said that to me. I said, I can get a ticket for you. We have an extra ticket. And he says, good, yeah, I'm going to stay in a hotel. But I said, no. You stay with me. Of course, you come out and you stay with me. So I was excited to see Artie socially,
Yeah.
It's fun to do. So where do I begin?
Yeah.
So I guess I kind of
The helicopter.
Beth and I were talking, actually. I never discussed this with Artie, but, I said, Beth kind of even said to me, do you think Artie thinks you're fun? And I go, I don't think so.
Wow, this is an interesting conversation.
Yeah, so I said, and she said,
first
what's going to happen, if you want to take a
it-
nap or something? I said, yeah, Artie might bum out.
Take a
nap. Because what will Artie do till
what
the concert?
What do you do out there? You nap?
I'm all about naps.
I'm always napping, and I'm antisocial. So she said, why don't you invite Ralph
so he can entertain Artie?
so he can at least, because doesn't Artie like Ralph? I go, I think Artie likes Ralph. You never know,
But you're
fine
not
with
sure.
Ralph.
You're not sure.
I said it might be nice to have that dynamic going where Artie has a guy hanging out there, and
And
it's
when
just
you're
all of us.
napping, Ralph can take up the slack.
Which actually was not a dumb plan, because I come off a nap and I go downstairs and I see Artie and Ralph in the hot tub together.
Yeah, we went in the pool. Well,
They
we
were in
went
the
for
pool,
a walk
hot
on the
tub.
beach and had a couple of mini cigars.
Did
and
you
then
hold hands?
And of
No.
course, Artie doesn't bring a bathing suit, but Ralph cut up a pair of sweatpants for Artie, made a mock bathing suit. out
I
of
had
it.
no plan on going
near
in the
water.
pool.
You were so happy in the water.
No, but then I looked at the pool. It was so inviting, And I was
I
like,
mean, you're going to a guy's house, you bring stuff.
Artie was weightless in the pool.
I had my own room. My room looked out onto the pool and the
Yeah, I mean-
bathroom.
Well, what
and-
did you think he was going to do with you?
I put him in a sewer.
Where was he going to put you in a tent
And I
in
said,
the back?
we took a walk on the beach, and I said, you know what? Fuck it. That pool looks great right now. We had a few hours, and I told Ralph, go get a pair of scissors, and we'll cut up my sweatpants. So that's exactly what he did, which was good. That's like a fashion project for Ralph.
Yeah.
Most
That-
guys would
that-
punch you in the face.
That keeps him happy. So you were keeping him occupied.
I bet it made him happy, as Robin
Yeah.
points
Right,
out. And
right.
also, I bet he did a great job.
He
making
did,
the bathing-
actually. They
I
were
never
very-
actually saw the bathing suit. You were in the water the whole time.
They're very even and everything. But I would like, maybe
And
in the future.
I realized, too, you wouldn't come out of the hot tub till I left. I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't
but,
need that
like,
shit.
Wait a minute. You let Ralph see you in your suit.
Well, Ralph's microphone isn't on 5 hours a day.
Well, it's funny because I'm sitting there and I go, boy,
He'll
these guys.
call,
I said, these guys are like, Artie goes, I'm boiling like chicken soup because he's in a hot tub.
Come out.
And I said, then I left, and then I was walking up to my bedroom and I look out the window and I see Artie's emerging.
Yeah, he sprung out of
And
the
I said,
hot tub.
he didn't want to get out of the hot tub in front of me.
Me and Ralph were trying to think of a rap in case we got chicks back there at night, like how to pretend it was our house. So we needed Howard to give us information about stuff. Like,
Yeah, right.
like what's
But
this?
isn't it interesting that you think so much about what Howard's going to comment on?
It's not totally true. I
Oh,
mean,
it's
look,
not.
look, Howard. I mean, I'm not in the like a young Starsky or Hutch at this point. I don't.
Anyway, he doesn't realize I love him. I love him fat or skinny.
Yeah, he
So-
doesn't care.
Anyway, so
If only broads were like that.
so anyway, we
So that part was fun,
Yeah,
they had an amazing meal set up. I mean, I can't even explain how beautiful the whole experience was.
and
The food.
It was great to hang with Artie outside of the show. And
I took a helicopter out there because I've never done that before. I've been on helicopters, but never out to the Hamptons. I said, fuck it, I'll splurge. And that's kind of where the Ralph situation starts.
You want to start that story?
I guess I could.
And Gary's a part of this too, by the way.
Right. Well, so I said to myself, I'm going to go out. Howard made this nice invitation, and I said, fuck it, I'll splurge. I'm going to take a helicopter out there.
Uh-huh.
And so I don't have to deal with traffic. And I found out there's a helipad literally yards from Howard.
whatever. Yeah.
Well, I mean, there's
Right.
okay.
It wasn't going to make your trip very long.
It was very convenient.
I hope I know that. Okay, go ahead. Yes.
Yeah, it was a very convenient situation. So I price the helicopter.
It ain't cheap.
And no, it's not cheap at all. And, Gary the whole time was like, please, like, let me pay for half of this. But he was even more than he thought. And I was like, look, Gary, don't worry about it. It's fine. I was going to do this anyway. I'm happy to have the company.
Uh-huh.
Ralph, the last minute, sort of the day before, says, "Listen, I'm coming. So, what time do I have to be at the?"
He doesn't even ask you. He just assumes he can do this.
No. I checked out that it was okay.
Oh,
Right. So, no. He called the day before.
All right.
But it turns out, and again, it's just weird how stuff with Ralph just makes a minor adjustment. Something goes wrong. The guy had to get another helicopter because it went from 2 to 3 people.
Oh.
But it was worse than that, because I got really maybe the most insulting phone call I've ever gotten from Artie's assistant, which was he needed to know how much I weighed. I swear to God. So then he goes, and I think at one point he goes, all right, 220 and 300. All right, we're going to have to get a bigger copter.
Yeah, right.
Because 3 guys needs a bigger copter because of the weight.
Teddy, a master in etiquette. So anyway, so they had to get a different, which I found out I was going to get this really cool helicopter that's sort of like a state-of-the-art thing, and now they had to switch it to a little bit of an older one.
A Toyota with a wing.
Like the one they use for construction.
Yeah, whatever.
So already Artie's, he goes, man, if Ralph's going to be late, I'm
Right, I start
leaving.
stressing about that because I wanted to get out there on time and everything.
Right.
It turns out because of fog, we were delayed anyway, but at no point.
In other words, it would have been quicker if they drove.
In some, not quite, but almost.
Yeah.
There was a lot of fog, which fucked everything up. But we got out there on the helicopter, but at no point does Ralph even think about saying thank you or, look, can I pay?
Right. How much do you want me to chip in? Nothing like that ever comes
Can
up.
I tell you something? I get to the place first where the helicopter
Not that I
takes...
care, but again, my God.
I get to the place first where the helicopter takes off from. So I walk in and I go, is this where I'm supposed to be? Ralph, I mean, I can't tell you he did anything wrong, but there's a way he walks in as if it's his place.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? Like, he walks in, they have like Hamptons magazines out, like there's another couple there. Ralph walks in, like, sort of doesn't look at them, like picks up a magazine, starts thumbing through it, talking about how great the trip is going to be as if he takes it every week.
Right.
It's just a funny way he is.
Right. It's Ralph.
Ralph acts as if, yes.
Right.
And so I'll get through this, and then I'll hand the ball off to you at some
keep
point
going.
here.
No,
but
no,
I
no.
just so
He
because
tells it better than I do.
it's a long thing.
Yeah.
God, I'm intrigued. I could hang on every word.
So we get out there and
hang in on this one.
because they changed the helicopters, the car that was coming to get us didn't know what was the right helicopter to get. They had information about the old one that was just 2 people. So now with just 3 people, with just new helicopter, the guy didn't know where to go. So indirectly, we had to wait an hour for a car once we landed. So it really was like we might as well have walked.
Right.
And and again, of course, you don't blame Ralph directly for this, but it's just so funny that it's something Ralph caused indirectly that made this mayhem sort
All
of
of
happen.
a sudden, it just wasn't a smooth trip.
Yeah. And
But I gotta tell you, Howard, Artie is stressing. The 2 of you guys you guys stress out on so much stuff. Howard's having a little barbecue, and Howard's stressing because he wants it to be good and he wants everybody to be on time. And now Artie's stressing that he's fucking up the barbecue.
Right. Well,
and
he's thinking about?
He's freaking out.
Nap.
No, he's thinking about being late to Gary's party for dinner. And how badly that went for him.
Right.
He screwed up the whole
but this wasn't
dinner.
his fault.
No, but at one point, Artie shut the phone and he goes, Jesus Christ, I can't control the weather. I'm going to be, he was just bumming out that he's going to be late.
He was stressed out.
No, I'm just saying Artie knows that he and he doesn't want it to happen again.
right. Actually, I had forgotten completely about fucking up Gary's dinner. But anyway,
I did too.
I remember everything.
I recall that I did. So anyway, there's that nuttiness going on, and fine. It's like I didn't expect anybody to offer this, but still, it's a nice gesture.
All right, so wait. So go ahead. So you guys get to my house,
Right.
and that's okay. It's fine. To get to the house, we're having a perfectly reasonable afternoon, and that night is the Tom Petty concert.
And me and Ralph did hang. We sort of bonded, the pool thing and everything. And
Right.
we were having fun. We started drinking.
He did something. He made you a bathing suit.
Right,
Yeah, and
exactly.
these guys were drinking and having a good time. And
We had a
all that
great
stuff.
meal when we
Yeah.
landed, and we started boozing. It was fun.
Yeah, it was fun. We were all having a good time. And, you know, I got my nap.
And Ralph kept Artie company
as planned. And it just, you know, everything was going good. So I say to the guys, look, we're going to have dinner at the concert, and everyone be ready. I got a car coming and everything so we could all drink.
Right.
Got a car coming at 7 o'clock. Everyone be ready 7 o'clock or 7:15, whatever the time is. I say.
I forgot about this part.
So we're walking out the door. Everyone's ready promptly, 7:15. We got this thing timed out. And I look over, and Ralph is 2 minutes before 7:15. 7:13 starts making phone calls because he has to plan his trip to California, and he's trying to get airline reservations. So I said to him, you motherfucker. I said, it's 7:13. And
he had all day.
He goes, please, it's not 7:15 yet. It's 2 more minutes. I go, but we're ready now. We all want to leave.
He's on one coast arranging for the next coast's plan.
Yeah. I'm like, you had all afternoon to call. Like, why would you call it 7:13? Well, you said 7:15.
But he can't get anything done with an airline in 2 minutes.
No shit.
Exactly.
So I said,
yeah, that's the point. Absolutely.
I go hang up the fucking phone. He hangs up the phone. Okay.
Which, by the way, thank God Howard was around to say that, because anybody else, he would not have hung up the phone.
He would have made you wait.
Yeah. Oh, no, I would have just left. I was nice enough. I must have been in a good mood, because I said, okay, hang up the phone. We should just pull out and left.
Now, keep in mind, I had a drink at this point. Ralph had started drinking, right? So he was about 2 or 3 drinks deep into the evening.
All right.
Okay.
All right. So now we go in the limo.
We go in the limo, and... I'm not
do you want to?
No. All right. So we go in the limo.
All right. There's some
editing.
That's not fair.
No. It is.
Don't tell me anything you're leaving out. Just tell me a story.
Okay.
Well, I won't know if you don't say something like that.
Sorry, we haven't rehearsed this. All right. So anyway.
You're supposed to be a professional.
Anyway, we get in the limo, and Ralph starts... And he's got to pee. I have to pee. I
knew it. I was going to say, he's got to stop to go to the bathroom.
Well, wait. So I said, Ralph, why didn't you pee before we, like a little kid? Why didn't you pee? I didn't have to go at that point. I go, yes, you did. I said, it's 5 minutes into the trip. What the fuck is wrong with you? You can't pee. There's no way to pee.
Uh-oh.
But not just saying I have to take a leak. Writhing around on the floor of the limo like a second grader going, I gotta get there. Yelling at the driver.
Yelling at Terry.
Really rude.
What do you mean yelling?
Like, do an impression of what he was.
Almost like you know, Terry is getting us, a really nice guy, is getting us to the fucking concert. He's driving at a reasonable speed.
Right.
We pull up to the entrance, and Ralph, like a third grader, is rolling around.
Terry, where are we?
Terry, come on, get us there, Terry. What are you doing, Terry? I mean, like, screaming at him because he's not getting us there quick enough so he can piss.
Oh, geez.
So, okay.
Is this a mental condition?
Wait. This is nothing.
And we all have another couple drinks in the limo. You know, so now
so he's drinking on top of.
Right, the night's rolling.
I don't remember him drinking in the limo.
We both had a drink.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah,
okay.
absolutely.
All right. So I don't recall that, but okay, because I don't think I was drinking actually. Yeah, I've been so sick, you know, and I would never drink in a like to me drinking. You know, these guys are really into drinking.
We took a drink into the car from your house.
Oh, so you were carrying glasses,
right?
Well,
okay.
you know, just
that's a Ralph move for sure. So anyway, we get to the concert, and now there's like a lot of people there that I know, and security people and things.
Press,
and it's a red carpet.
And it's red carpet and press. And one of the guys, the security guys at the event, says to me, yeah, you know, your whole group is inside. He goes, and there's one guy pissing right in front of all of us. Huh? So I go, well,
are you kidding? He just pissed?
Yeah. He just
out
pissed.
In the...
Yeah.
Oh.
So he makes us all kind of look like shitheads.
Yes.
You know what I mean? He's embarrassing me because...
It would be one thing if you were doing...
Security guys are all laughing. Like Ralph ran out of the limo, ran by like the big entrance. It's a big publicity event.
By the way,
you know,
there's a tent right there with bathrooms. He could have just said, "Where's the bathroom?" He would have been in 3 seconds.
But Howard, it gets better because you guys go in, right? So now my group comes in. It's me and Ross and John Hine, and we walk in, and the security guard goes, oh, your posse just walked in. I go, wait. They go, Howard's over there. And I go, oh, cool. And they go, yeah, and there's some dude in the bushes. And you can see Ralph in the bushes peeing.
Yeah, in front of this event.
But so anybody could have walked by and seen Ralph pissing.
Yeah.
Everyone did, but the part was that it now becomes not Ralph's peeing in the bushes, but Howard Stern's guy is in the bushes.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Right.
That now you pee in the bushes.
Well, think about it this way, all right? Oh, we get out of Howard Stern's limo, and boom, out pops a guy peeing. Right. You know, I mean, it's like
paparazzi like all over the place.
Right,
it's one of those Hamptons events, you know.
Oh, what a boob.
Yeah, a boob. So, like, at this point, I'm like, Ralph, stay away from me. I don't want to be near you. And I said,
pretend you don't know me.
And I said, if you start smoking pot, I don't want to be anywhere near you. I don't want a picture of me with anyone smoking pot. I don't want, I don't want that drug thing.
Right.
I just don't. It's not an image that I condone.
The pissing is enough.
Yeah, the pissing image is bad enough because people tag me as being a slob and uncouth and being an asshole.
Howard Stern's gang rolls out of a car and starts peeing all over everybody.
My entourage. And everyone's disgusted. Artie's disgusted. I'm disgusted. And despite Artie's on-air demeanor, he's a pretty low-key guy. And like we go somewhere and he knows how to behave.
He knows how to behave himself.
Guy's a heroin addict. He knows how to behave himself.
Well, I can call an audible at the line at this point in my life.
But I was going to say, it's not that Artie behaves himself everywhere, but he knows where to behave himself.
Artie's like the most considerate guy. Like when Artie left my house, the bed was made. I didn't ask him to do this. The room was spotless. When Ralph leaves my house, I find a half-smoked cigar laying on the fucking bar.
Well, as you'll find out, he didn't plan on leaving exactly.
Wait. We'll tell you. Wait. So anyway,
it's so great.
Are you still with this story?
God. I love it.
Okay.
Please.
Yeah, because this is such a ramp up.
So now I'm livid because I hear everyone's talking about that. Some guy got out of Howard's car and peed all over the place. Right. So like I'm just fucking out of my mind over this. Just sick. And then.
If I could jump in for that, I could tell you that Ralph swears that he didn't take anything of any kind. But early on, right after he walked in after peeing, he went to the bar. One of my friends said Ralph dropped 3 drinks in a row.
Okay.
He just kept dropping drinks.
He started drinking very heavily.
Is he now having a problem?
Well, you tell me after this story.
Who knows? I mean, what's going on? But at some point, when you're out with a group of people and you're all drinking, and your goal is to get at least lit. And at one point, one guy out of nowhere, like, how'd he get that drunk? That's what happened with Ralph. Like, out of nowhere, Ralph had gotten very drunk, and which there were shots around. You could easily get drunk and just be drinking.
None of us realized. I mean, I certainly didn't. That Ralph was like really drinking heavily, or what he was doing. Maybe he got some weed from some. I don't know what he was doing. From what I could tell, he drank, and then when the concert started, he went up to the front and came back, and I was talking to him and he kept dropping his iPhone and everything, but he was perfectly coherent as far as I was concerned.
Okay.
Did you guys agree? I mean, it wasn't like he knew he was shit-faced.
He was dancing obnoxiously and running hitting into people, but in a way, he was just being sort of Ralphish. He wasn't being you wouldn't think, my God, this guy needs help.
The first tip-off that Ralph was really, really drunk was at the end. The show's over and we're standing there. And this couple is really a big fan of Artie. And the girl's pretty cute, and the guy's pretty average looking. And Ralph, it got to the point where Artie and I thought that the guy was going to punch Ralph in the mouth because the girl wanted to take a picture. They both wanted to take a picture. And he kept saying, "You're really hot. Lose that guy. Fuck off. You can't be in the picture." Like, really obnoxious shit.
Inappropriate stuff.
This is the Ralph that got punched out at Scores, I think.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, he says really weird things.
It was such a cool scene where at the very end of the concert, I had pushed up front as well, and it was me, Ralph, and Paul McCartney standing within feet of each other. And I remember pointing that out to Ralph. And Ralph's big thing was he wasn't into Paul. He wasn't impressed with Paul McCartney.
He's out of his mind.
That's what I don't know. He said something like, "I'd be more impressed." And he wasn't. He didn't seem that impressed. He was like, I was like, "Wow, he's not bullshitting about that."
Let me say something to you first. Ralph goes to see Beatles impersonators.
Right.
He loves
Well,
the
he's
Beatles
more impressed
music
with
so-
that.
Well, it
I
ties
see.
in. It ties into
costumes.
the rest of it, though. Why he wasn't so impressed with it.
Okay.
But wait a second. So I leave about there's like 3 songs left on the set list, and I was like, I want to beat the traffic and I want to go home. And I said to Artie, and all the guys, I'm going home. They were like, okay, don't worry, we're with Ross and a whole bunch of guys.
They had a way to get.
They were
back
going
or
out for the
whatever.
night.
Yeah.
They were going to have boys' night
We
out.
were gonna go. It turns into a club scene there at the end. So they'd have a little bar area.
Okay.
And they'd bring out a DJ to play dance music, and it would have been a nightmare for Howard to try to get out of there. So we knew we had set it up earlier. Howard was like, "On," he said, "Look, I'm probably gonna leave. You guys hang."
And I said to Artie, if you want to come with me or Ralph, I said, or any of the guys, I said, I'll give you a ride. But, they said, no, we got it covered. Okay. So I split all the guys, Gary, Artie, Ralph, all of them are hanging out. Like Artie said, they have like a little thing. Mm-hmm. And then they decide to go to this place called Saracen. It's a restaurant, and it's got like a bar scene, and it's kind of fun, Mm-hmm. I go there once in a while, really like it. And so they get in the car and they all go, Ralph included.
He's already drunk, but he's going anyway.
I guess, but again, I'm already out of the picture. But these guys, they said, yeah, maybe he was high or something, but no one really thought he was that.
Look, at that point, I was feeling great, and Ralph was. See, but this one, the point Gary just brought up was the key change, like
that personality.
When we met that couple. He was being so inappropriate, and that was after the Tom Petty concert and before we went to Saracens.
Okay.
So, and it was a great group of guys. We was like a guys in out. We were all having fun. It was Richie Notar, it was Ross, it was me, it was Gary, and John Hein.
Yes.
John Hein, and we were all hanging out. But Ralph, at that point, we said, look, Ralph might start a fight. We got to take care of him a little bit.
We started to have the discussion. This was a really weird thing amongst ourselves. And John Hein says, if somebody punches Ralph, will you jump in? And I go, I don't know. It depends on what he did. I said, I guess I have to.
John Hein, full of truth serum. Ralph wouldn't want him around.
Oh, really?
Those guys have some issues. I don't know. They have to work out.
So John was questioning whether he would get involved if Ralph got into a fight.
Yeah, he was like, God, if someone was beating the shit out of him, I don't know if I'd help out.
But we had to have that
By
discussion.
the way, I hear Sal's pissed off. He thinks I invited John Hein.
Yes.
What is that all about?
He found out that John Hein went to the concert. You invited him.
I did.
He's furious that John Hein somehow jumped the chain, that Ralph's been here much longer. And why didn't you invite Sal instead of John?
Well, Sal, who gives you your information? I don't know how John Hein ended up there. In fact,
But
I
even if
invited
that
John
were the
Hein.
case-
I invited John Hein over my house for some food. But
Don't tell Sal.
I did, but
But the point is, Howard, it doesn't matter how
you
he
did?
got there. If you did,
Nate.
it's none of his business.
Thank you.
Where do you get this information? Where do you conjure up this bullshit of yours?
Somebody told me. I just heard that John Hein went with you guys. I'm happy for John
He didn't
Hein.
go with it. I saw him at the concert.
I have no beef
Wait
with.
a second. Hold on. John Hein was there, and nobody told you Howard brought him. You just assumed it, right?
Well, this is your gig, Howard. I mean, you're the you're the leader of the pack.
Dude. Artie came over. That's it.
I don't care about Artie.
And the pack. I don't know how John Hein ended up there. I don't know what John Hein did for the weekend. I saw him at the concert. I had nothing to do with it.
I find that hard to believe.
You're an asshole.
So
I'm
you're
just.
not even gonna
I
believe
don't care.
that he said that.
I was just a little hurt. I felt that
You're hurt. You could have done what John Hein did. Ask John Hein how he ended up there.
I'm not the one who sold the website for a couple of mil. I don't have the money to pay $3,000 to see Tom Petty. So
Again,
You're assuming.
you're making a wacky assumption.
all right, very good. Whatever angle I take, I'll be wrong on this. So I'm happy for you. I'm happy for John Hein. I'm just saying I was a little insulted. Okay? Is that
How can
wrong?
you be insulted if I didn't
are you
invite
insulted?
In other words, let's say I go to a Van Halen concert and John Hein is there. Are you insulted?
No, and I'm happy. John. The issue's not John Hein. It's just that I felt that. I hate to say
But
this.
Sal, you jumped to conclusions.
Hate
I had
to say
nothing to
what?
do with John Hein. John, how did you end up at that concert?
Gary invited me.
Oh, okay, there you go.
Now
All right.
get upset with Gary because John jumped you in Gary's life.
I'm done with Gary. Me and Gary are over.
You know, Gary and John are close.
Yeah,
I mean,
and I just assumed I just assumed that you invited John Hein.
No, I had nothing to do with it. Although I did invite him over to my house when I heard he was out there.
Yes, you did.
How come you never made
Which
it?
was very nice.
Yeah. How come? What happened to you?
I was stuck at another thing that I couldn't get out. I was in Long Island City, and I couldn't get out to you in time.
Wish Sal would kill himself rather than be stuck at anything.
Well, let me just say this for Sal. See, John Hein knew you'd be upset, and that's why he didn't make it.
Right. Smart move. All right,
Well,
Sal,
I'm
thank
happy
you.
for you and
You got to hear the rest of this story. So
Yeah, I'm listening inside. It's brilliant.
Yeah.
All right, so we know now that Ralph is a little tipsy, but we're all a little tipsy, but who knows how tipsy he is.
Right.
We go to this Saracen's place.
Yeah.
All right. And now we get in there, and, you know, Ross is Mr. Plan guy. He immediately is able to assess the situation, and Ross goes, look, this
Ross
place
is my our friend.
Ross Sapin, who we've talked about.
Who works here. Yeah.
And we get in there, and it was crowded, kind of a scene and stuff, and a nice place. But Ross was like, maybe a couple drinks and we'll go somewhere else, you know. And we're like, fine, I don't care, whatever. And Ralph, we get a place to sit. Ralph starts dancing.
Dirty dancing.
With who?
Wow, that's the key.
Like a woman who looked to be about 60.
Yeah.
And really tight, with bad plastic surgery and tight, jeans.
John, did she look real old?
Yes.
Yeah.
Artie's being complimentary at this point.
She to evaluate.
She was heavy, and that's being, kind. And this is from a guy, when you see a model walk in, he goes, her ears are small and her middle toe is too long.
Yeah.
He's out dancing with a chubby 60-year-old woman and appearing to love
dancing.
it. Yeah, no, he's totally
like that really annoying Latin music
Artie,
you hear at a feast, you know.
Artie was like, "Hey, there's a bunch of old broads here. I'm going home."
Oh my
So Artie decides he's going to bail on the night. It's probably about 1 o'clock in the morning at this point, or 12:30.
We all decide we're going to bail on this place. We're all now the group is deciding to leave.
Okay,
you know.
So a couple of people, Gary included, go up to Ralph and say, "Hey, we're all leaving now." And they
While
say,
he's dirty dancing?
While he's dirty dancing. And Ralph says, looks at them coherently and says, look, man, don't worry. I'll catch up with you guys, or I'll just make it back to Howard's house, whatever.
Well,
don't worry.
It was actually worse than that. At first he said, I'll be fine. But then he said, you guys go and come and pick me up on your way back.
That's what he wanted.
Like we're his fucking taxi drivers.
Yeah, and Gary goes, there is no way back, Ralph. We're going. That's it. Either you leave now,
or you find your own way.
Right, so he's like, fine.
So again, you get out in front of the club, and guys, some guy, like when you're with a group of guys, some guys are like, fuck them, especially if you don't know them. But Artie and John Hein get out front, and they go, wait a minute, we can't just leave Ralph here. We have to, be sure. So
that's what Ross was saying.
Artie was like, you know what, the guy might be fucked up. I'm going to go in, and I am going to make sure that Ralph understands.
Well, no, first Gary had a turn, then John Hein went in. He goes, Art, you're feeling guilty? I'm going to go in and ask him. So John Hein, and John is a pretty efficient guy.
So you see, the evening is all about Ralph and getting him from place to place. But wait a second, wait. So Artie says, I don't care what these two guys said. I don't want to feel guilty. I don't want to leave a guy.
You got to go make sure for yourself.
Yeah, because at this point he said, hey, maybe he's drunk and doesn't know what he's doing.
This is the third time going back to him.
Right.
So Artie goes in and he says, look, Ralph, we are leaving. How are you going to get home? Don't worry, I'll get home, blah, 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 blah.
Dancing with a chick, arm around a chick.
Yeah. The 60-year-old broad.
Yeah.
He's still with her.
Yeah. So Artie says to him, do you know where Howard lives? He goes, take the address down. Write it down in your iPhone or whatever the fuck that thing is. Right. So Artie's telling him, yelling out the address, giving him the address. Ralph goes, I don't know if I work my iPhone. Don't worry, I know it. He repeats the address. Okay.
I realize, people sort of recognize this. I'm yelling out Howard's address in the middle of a dance floor at a crowded club.
All right, because Artie felt like, whatever.
He needed to take care of Ralph.
Right. So he goes, Ralph, do you even have, if you have to get a cab or whatever, he goes,
do you have money?
Do you have money? Artie hands Ralph $300 cash and says, here, take this money. I want to make sure you can get home. Now, somehow
Artie,
Ralph,
I don't have a way home.
Somehow Ralph, exactly. Somehow Ralph evokes this in people. I know
that he's got the world taking care of him.
Most people would be like Scott the engineer. You forget that he's even there. It should be that way, but it's not. Okay. So these guys leave. Artie decides to come back to my place. He comes home.
Now, at this point, there's zero guilt in he's in no danger.
Right.
He's got money. He's an adult man. He seems to be having fun. He made a decision. I'm staying here. And we left. That's what happened.
All right.
I'm already asleep.
You don't even know this has gone on.
No. I've been in bed for hours already. I mean, I'm not putting up with this nonsense. I don't give a shit.
Right.
Yeah. I went home with my fiancée and had a perfectly reasonable evening with her. So, I got to tell you, it just sounds exhausting, right?
Oh my God!
I wouldn't have even gone back in and asked Ralph.
So the split was, which is what Ross wanted to say. You were with Ross. So the split was Ross and Gary and the other guys go somewhere else, and John Hein took me back to Howard.
All right.
Okay, so that's the split.
So then, I wake up the next morning, and I don't know. I listen to my messages.
Yeah.
There's 5 messages from Ralph. Oh. I go downstairs. I see his room hasn't been used.
Oh.
No Ralph. He never made it back. I go, oh, wow. Just before I listen to my messages, I go, Ralph must have hooked up with a broad or something. I didn't know about any
You
old
didn't
broad.
know about the 60-year-old.
No, I just said he must have hooked up with the broad. I know Ralph, or he's staying at Ross's house, or something went down.
Right, he went home with somebody else.
So I start listening to one panicked message after the other. It's like the first one comes in at about 4:30 in the morning. And he goes, dude, where do you live? I'm driving around with this guy, and we're stopping in parking lots asking if anyone knows where you live.
Oh, no.
And he goes, I don't know where I am. You gotta help me. So then he goes, then I listen to the next message. In fact, I have the messages. Why didn't I fucking prepare
play
those?
them.
I should be. You know what? Take a commercial break. I'll go get that lined up with Scott.
All right, yeah. Because we got to hear the messages. I can't wait to hear these.
All right, take a break. Take a break. Wait, you got to hear these messages.
That's too funny.
Hello.
Hi.
2 seconds.
Is that the phone?
This is the phone right here.
I got to do a whole punching in.
I know. Okay, this is the phone.
Thank you. Dial 1.
No, you dial 9 first. You done? I think so. Right. Okay.
Next message. Let me just make sure. Next message. What's it say?
Hey now, douchebag. I tried to call you before, but I got disconnected, and then I got another call.
Just the 3?
That's it.
Okay, I got it.
I think I do have to bleep out words.
I know.
It's such a pleasure.
I won't believe
He sounds like he's 18 years old.
Yeah, right? Oh, it's one big nightmare. So where were we in this story?
So you're about to. So
Ralph's calling.
Oh, yeah.
Ralph's
So I
calling
wake up in the
you,
morning. I see Ralph's bedroom is empty. Artie, I realize Artie locks his door at night. I noticed you lock. Do you have a thing? Because what I did was I tried to open the door to see if you were in there because I figured both you guys were gone, and then the door was locked.
I don't remember doing it. Maybe I did it out of habit. Yeah.
You lock yourself in at home?
Yeah, you locked yourself
not in the bedroom, but I might have. I was a little drunk myself. I might have locked the door. I guess
Like
I
it
locked
was a front door or
Well,
something.
good thing you did because I would have been in your room.
Right, exactly.
You're smart.
Who needs you in there?
Right.
Hey, always lock your door at Howard's house.
So now I'm like all confused, and I go and as I regularly do, go to check my messages. Scott, do you have those, or is it a whole big process?
I think it'll be like 2 more seconds, Howard.
All right, great. Just tell me the page to go to.
So, but what happened was, Howard left us at the concert. Everybody's hanging, having fun. I left Ralph with that money. Those guys left the bar too. Ralph was dancing, having a good time. I made it home about 2 a.m. John Hein drove me home. By the way, me and John Hein got pulled over by a cop.
What?
Yeah, John Hein of all people.
So
John doesn't even drink, right?
Well, no. He didn't get pulled over because of that. He got pulled over. We were doing 40 and a 25 down the Hamptons main drag, and he was doing me a favor, taking me to Howard's, and I felt awful. This really cute chick.
A cop.
I mean, but cute. Like, you know, like you'd go, wow, there's a hot chick. Pulled us over, and I felt so bad. I said, I'm going to be obnoxious right now. And I said, Miss, my name's Artie Lange. I'm from the Howard Stern Show. And
Let me guess what you said. You said you had a 40-inch cock.
I was going to say, you know, you would do sexual favors to get out of the ticket.
And she said, you know what, don't worry about it. She goes, I love Howard. I'm just giving you a warning. And she was going to get a fucking moving violation for that.
Artie used my name to get out of a ticket. I use my name, and I don't get out of a ticket.
Really? Really?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
I've done that, and cops have given me tickets.
What?
Well, like, I'll go, you know, hey, Howard Stern, the guy in the rating guy, goes, oh, yeah, I know who you are. And
he keeps writing.
And he writes a ticket.
See, the move is just to let them see who you are, I think. But
yeah, I never say. And, you know, sometimes they recognize me, and then they're nice.
Oh, I say right away.
You say right away?
Yeah, I have the PBA card, and they go, oh, where'd you get this from? And I said, well, I do a lot of charity work for the police. Stuttering John told me that one.
Never pull up
I said, they go, where'd you get that? I do a lot of charity work for the police. Oh, how do you do that? I go, well, I work on the Howard Stern Show. We do a lot of stuff.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that's good. I'm going to do that. I'm going to say I'm from the Letterman Show. See if that gets me anywhere.
But I felt so bad for John. I said, I'm going to be like a little bit of a douchebag and say it out loud. And then she couldn't have been cooler. And I'm telling you, she was hot. So
we're lucky because John's the only one of us that doesn't drink.
Yeah, he was completely sober.
Let's go to Bill, who wants to say hello. Bill, go ahead.
Hey, welcome back, Howard.
Thanks, man.
Listen, this Ralph story, the only way it's going to be anyway interesting to anybody but you or maybe Robin is if Ralph dies or gets arrested or...
Well, you got to hold on.
You got to hold on.
Well, sir, that would be great.
He gets his face punched in.
Are you not enjoying this story? Because I did a random...
No, I'm really listening, Howard. I just
they just hate Ralph. And,
we love to hate Ralph.
Okay, because I did a random check. I said, is this interesting to everyone, or is it just to me and Artie and the guys who were there? And everyone said, no, we're all guessing.
We're leaping ahead and seeing what this will mean for Ralph in the future.
The messages will make it better. They're on Gary preview page 1 in green.
Okay, thank you. So I get up and I get this message. Give me a sec. Okay. Here we go. This is the first message.
Hey, man, I know you're sleeping, but...
So what's he supposed to do?
I have no place to go. We're going back to the city, I think. Fuck, man. These people. This chick's throwing up on the side of the road. Oh, my God. This is so fucked. All right, well, can you pack up my shit? Okay, thank you. Bye.
So now it's about 4:30 in the morning, and he's going back home. And I'm like, what the fuck happened?
So that's
here?
the first message you get. You have to be completely puzzled.
No, I'm puzzled.
Yeah, right.
So
how did he get so out of it?
Then the next one is time-stamped, I think, around 7 in the morning or 7:30.
Hey, now. Hey, so I'm in Jersey City. Right? What a fucking nightmare, man. Fucking guys ditched me. I didn't know where to go. I couldn't find your house. Went up and down the street, couldn't find the street, and so I had to get on the bus. And, oh my God, what a fucking nightmare. Fucking douchebags.
They're douchebags.
Cocksuckers. Fuck. All right, man, I'm going to sleep, so I'll talk to you during the day. Just throw my shit in a bag and give it to Artie. You know, I got a shirt in the closet and some stuff in the bathroom and whatever, underneath the TV to the right over there. Just throw my shit in a bag and I'm going to sleep. All right, man. Thanks, man. Bye.
If they're all drinking, he knew exactly where everything was. You hear that description?
Yeah, he sounds very lucid.
He sounds very alert and all this other shit. I'm like, what the hell is going on?
Yeah, what did they do to him?
And then the third, and I'm like, well, what did these guys do? And I'm dying to wake Artie up, but I go, Artie slept like 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
Artie locked his door so you couldn't.
Yeah.
I was in weekend mode. I put the air conditioning on.
Did you sleep until noon or something?
Well, on a night out, you know, I got home. I didn't get to sleep till about 2:30, and I put the air conditioning on about 58.
And he's calling these guys like cocksuckers and fucks, and I'm like, man, they really screwed him over. I don't know what's going on.
What did they do to Ralphie?
And then I'm like, you know.
Hey, douchebag, could you put some cookies in my bag, too,
I mean, can you
please?
believe this
One
guy?
of these cookies, like 3 or 4. That would be very good. Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck, dude. I can't believe I'm home. Fucking cocksuckers, man. Fucking asshole. Fucking, oh, fuck. Dude, I had to, I'll tell you, I had to fucking scale the side of my building to get my house. What a fucking pig. Fuck. All right, bye. Just give me some cookies, though. All right, bye.
So we get it. So Artie wakes up. All the guys come over to my place because we're going to have a meeting about what went down.
So I finally wake up.
There's a big summit.
I wake up at
Ross
noon.
was over,
and
Gary.
I make it into the kitchen. I could barely move. Like my 1 p.m. I wake up and I see Howard and Beth, and they go, "Did you hear what happened to Ralph?" And I'm like, "Oh fuck, what happened?"
Right.
And then I hear.
So we tell him all this, and he goes, I fucking gave the guy $300. I went in 20 times and said to him, Ralph, I'm going home now. Do you know how to go? He goes, this is my worst nightmare. He goes, I never want to ditch a guy. I never would do that. Right. He goes, I'm fucking mad. I'm outraged.
There was no indication. I was really pissed because, look, the only way we'd be in the fault is if we sort of knew that Ralph was in a blackout or something. Right. But of course we didn't know that.
Wait a minute. You know what?
There was no indication of that.
What John Hein told me was that when he went in to say, Ralph, we're leaving, we're really leaving, this is, how are you going to get home? Ralph said, just tell Ross to come back at such a time and pick me up.
Right. Yeah. He kept saying that.
And the other thing you should know, you know how Ralph has that iPhone that he's madly in love with, that he plays with like a baby?
Yeah.
So we wondered, he's got my cell phone number, he's got Ross's cell phone number, and he's got Howard's address in there. He's got this thing that he's in love with. Fucking thing runs out of batteries.
Oh, you're kidding. That's why
that's another great part of the story.
Yeah. So we all decide to get him on a speakerphone and find out what's going on. And we tell him, hey, you're being an asshole. Artie went in and he goes, what? He claims he
doesn't remember.
I said, so what are you on? What kind of drugs are you doing? Because that ain't from drinking.
What's wrong with you?
He says, I swear I smoked a little weed at the concert, I drank, and that was it.
I said, what's the last thing you remember? I said, do you remember sitting next to Paul McCartney? And it was me, you, and Paul McCartney in the third row, I said. And we were, having a great time listening to Don't Come Around Here No More, the last song. And he goes, Art, I don't remember standing next to you and Paul McCartney. I totally would remember that, which explained to me why he wasn't that into him. But there was no indication of that night. He seemed to be all right.
So I said to Ralph, why didn't you go to a hotel? Oh, there were no hotels. I go, there's tons of fucking hotels. Why wouldn't you go to a diner and just wait till, I get up at 6 o'clock in the morning. What are you doing? He goes, I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing.
Somehow he latched onto some guy.
Yeah.
This is the mystery thing.
That he was driving around with.
And because his iPhone, the single biggest advancement in the history of technology, that he can't call anybody, he borrows the guy's cell phone to call Howard. So now the guy has Howard's
in his phone.
Yeah, so clearly the guy knew Ralph was right. Of course he knows Ralph and Howard.
That's why he's doing all
and they're going up and down, and Ralph got out of the guy's car at one point and started yelling, does anyone know where Howard Stern lived? And he said, fuck it.
How do you know that?
Because Ralph told us he did it. He goes, at some point, I was desperate, dude. I'm sorry, but I was desperate.
Whatever he was on, he must have come off. But
he got next to a very big celebrity's house who lives next to Howard. That was like a landmark. There's another sort of very big celebrity there, and as there are all over the place. And so he knew that was close by, and we were like, well, then you couldn't get it it's only like a little ways further. He's like, no, I couldn't do it. I was yelling at Howard's name. I called him from this guy's cell phone. We go, who was the guy? How did you leave the guy? He's like, I have no idea what happened. Somehow I got on the jitney, the bus, back to the fucking city.
We don't believe anything. We were like, what jitney did you get at 4:30 in the morning?
But he's back in Jersey City.
He did get back
to be on a jitney,
but
right?
he found a guy. He found a guy that was willing to take him from the club to around the neighborhood of your house, drive him up and down the road, and then take him back to a place where the guy knew there was a bus Ralph could get.
Yeah, instantaneously, he's and supposedly stumbling blackout drunk. He finds a guy he also tried to get into a hotel. He goes, the hotel had no vacancy, so he gets he finds that information out. He makes it somewhat back to Howard's house, makes phone calls, figures out his cell phone's dead, gets to the fucking bus stop. I couldn't do that coherent.
But he's a train wreck.
Yeah. I mean, it's like... So, and then I said, Ralph, do you remember? He goes, by the way, did someone give me money? I have a stack of hundreds. And I said, Ralph, I gave you $300. I said, you don't remember that? I put it right in front of your face. I go, dude, this is money for you to get home. He goes... yeah, he goes, actually, thanks for doing that. I didn't have a lot of money on me.
Yeah, but meanwhile, here's the kicker to that part of the story.
So he knew that I gave him the money, and I said, yeah, Ralph, that was me. And he goes, oh, thanks. That was nice of you. So.
Well, no. He said he didn't remember you gave him $300. Right. He said, I said to him, do you remember Artie giving you $300? He goes, oh, is that how I had a pocket full of money?
Right. Then we found that out on the phone. He said, oh, thanks.
Yeah.
But did he say on the phone that he was going to give you the money back?
No, he never said that.
He never said that. So
listen to this.
When's that going to happen?
So now I'm packing Ralph's room up, which, by the way, is like spread out all over the house. I mean, like he
so it wasn't just in his room. You had to go all over.
It was just in his room, but he luxuriates and gets everything out and unpacked, and his books over here, and his this and his that. It's like. He was there for 1 hour. You know what I mean? Right. He was just there for an overnight visit.
And he really did leave a lit cigar on like a teak bar.
No. It actually wasn't lit. It was out. It was out.
So Howard and Beth picked up for him, packed for him, went, got a shirt out of a closet, figures out where his other shit is, and put these great homemade cookies they had, packed them up and put them in the bag.
You actually responded to the cookie request.
Yeah, he actually gave him cookies.
So we pack up his bag, and I go, now Artie's got to schlep Ralph's bag.
Real neatly. A packed up fucking bag waiting for me to take it back to Ralph.
So
after all this,
Artie decides that he'll make it easy for Ralph because Artie got a car to take him from the helipad to his house.
Well, what happened is, so now I have Ralph's bag, okay? And it's like one of those sort of, lazy Sundays where, you're hungover. What do I want to do? Me and Gary get the helicopter back. So, and again, the guy, there was an issue for the guy because I thought you were 3. He goes, no, we're only 2. And you could tell the guy had to change something. He goes, oh, whatever. I wish you would have told me that. So, Ralph inadvertently fucks up that guy's day in some way. So we're on the helicopter, which is the greatest ride ever. And in the middle of the helicopter ride back to Manhattan, I go to Gary, I go, listen, after all this bullshit, I can make Ralph's life so easy right now. I had my guy who always drives me, my driver, Herb, picking me up at the helipad in Manhattan. And I said, he actually doesn't live that far from Ralph.
Right.
I could just tell the guy I'll give the guy Ralph's number, and I'll give Ralph his number on his answer machine. And I'll say, guys, hook up at some point during the day. My driver will hand deliver you the bag, Ralph. And, of course, though, he charges me for a ride for that. Of
course.
Okay. So Gary had some great advice. He goes, okay, number 1, you shouldn't do it because fuck him. But number 2, if you do it, it's out of your hair completely because he's got it. Now Ralph has a deadline. Ralph is skipping to it because he's got to get to California. He needed shit in that bag for California. So I agreed with the second part. I said, fuck it. I don't want this in my head. I call Ralph from the helicopter. I leave him a message saying, look, get in touch with this guy. He's going to have your bag in a Lincoln. Your bag will be driven in a Lincoln Town car to your house. I tell my driver when we land, I go, look, take this to this guy's house. He's like, fine. And he didn't plan on doing anything else on a Sunday. It was a special Sunday ride.
Right.
And I must get charged about $40, $50 for whatever that is. And I don't want the guy to do it for me for nothing. So Ralph calls me back when I land. He goes, dude, thanks so much. That was really, really great. The guy fucking took it right to me. And I really need all that shit because I'm going to California tomorrow. And he goes, by the way, I gave the guy a few dollars. And I go, oh, that's nice. That's nice. You gave the guy a few dollars. He goes, yeah, so thanks, man. And I said, well, have a good time in California, I guess. And he goes, great, I will. Thank you for everything. Because by now he realized he was wrong. He goes, look, I'm not really mad about last night. I'm sorry you had to, give me the $300. He even re-brought it up again, $300. Right. Now, knowing he's going to California, he says he gave my driver a few dollars as a tip.
Right.
So then we just hang up, and he's going to California. I say, good luck, have a good time. I call my driver. I go, did he give you anything for me? And he goes, no. He didn't give me a package for you at all. He didn't give me any money to give back to me. He's like, nope. And I go, what did he tip you? And he goes, not much. He goes, like under $10, so just a few dollars. And, I don't know the exact number, but Ralph might dispute that. I got to check from my guy. But the point is, now, am I right in assuming this is Ralph's mindset? Because this is what pisses me off. He's going to California. He doesn't have a lot of money on him. He figures, unless Artie brings it up, I'm not giving him back the $300. I got $300 cash on me. I'm taking this to L.A.
Absolutely.
And fuck it.
Yeah.
You gave it to him, Artie. Why would you want it back?
You gave him the money.
That's Artie's fuming mad because, and rightly so.
Oh, absolutely.
That, dude, where's my $300 back?
Right.
I gave it to you.
He did that out of the goodness of his heart because he cared about Ralph, and Ralph is taking it.
I wouldn't even say, even if he said to me, look, I needed it. I used, what's the jitney, $50?
Say it's $100.
Right. So he would have said, look, here's, I'm low on cash. Here's the balance of the $300. But, and again, I'll give Ralph a chance to explain himself, but I started to overthink it, and I really got fucking mad. I said his mindset was totally that Artie's not bringing this up, so I'm not going to bring it up. Right. I'm going to L.A. I got an extra $300. Fuck it. I'm keeping it. After his bag got hand-delivered, Ralph cost me $350.
Yeah.
On top of whatever, the helicopter would have been. And not until he didn't thank me for the helicopter, by the way, until he made this really cheap fat joke at lunch. We were all having lunch, and he makes this like dumb fat joke that I was sort of
pissed.
I was aggravated by it, and I don't care about fat jokes, obviously, but something about it rubbed me the wrong way. And Ralph could see I was pissed, and then he went, "Oh, by the way, Art, thanks for the helicopter. That was really nice." Yeah. And, so again, it's like, I don't know. I just, it's that sense of entitlement with money. And it's not about the money, of course, but just, he's going to claim I forgot, Art. I forgot, or
of course I was going to pay you back.
Is there any way I let him on in thinking you don't have to pay me that money back? I don't think I said that.
No. And in fact, I want to ask you guys a question because Ralph got mad at me on a wrap-up show a couple of weeks ago. He said that I'm the one who started this rumor, a fact about him that's wrong, that he has a sense of entitlement. But doesn't everything in that story show he feels he has a right to be on the helicopter, a right to have his bag delivered with cookies, by the way?
Ralph knows that he has a sense of entitlement.
But how do you not know?
He wouldn't even recognize it because he's so entitled.
How does he not remember the whole night?
Because he's blacking out.
But Howard, a couple of hours later, when you're like that, a couple hours later, he describes to the longitude and latitude where all the shit is in his room.
Yeah.
I got stuff a little bit to the right there. There's a shirt in the closet. And a black guy, I would remember, had a shirt in a fucking closet.
But he wasn't drinking then. This is, you got him before and after blackout.
What's happening, everybody? Good morning. I must tell you that, what must I tell you? I guess I have nothing to tell you. Well, good morning, everybody. We got a big show for you today. Baba Booey just told me for about 10 minutes about his trip out to L.A. this weekend, and I guess he brought a bunch of listeners to the Jimmy Kimmel show as part of some promotion, and it was funny as hell listening to...
Gary?
Yeah, Baba Booey. It's just interesting to me to find out what goes on behind the scenes of any, any TV show.
Baba Booey.
What's going on back there at the Jimmy Kimmel show?
Well, don't even do it now because you just did it. And I said to him, I said, you're so interesting off the air, and then you get on the air, and then he kind of abbreviates it because he told me it already.
Right, he skips part.
Yeah.
I always feel like when I'm looking at you telling the story, like right after I told it to you, that you're like...
bored.
Yeah.
But I'm not.
I know.
But it's not as good. It's not as fresh. It's almost like what I always say to Robin, let's not talk about something in advance, because then by the time I tell you again, it's fake.
And I thought it was funny because I didn't even think what I told you was... I didn't think you'd find it interesting.
I always think it's interesting when you go out to L.A. and you tell me some interesting things. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I hope it'll be interesting again.
Who knows?
I'm dying to know now.
Yeah. How you doing?
I'm doing good.
Yeah. I think I'm better.
Yeah?
I don't know. I don't feel 100%, but I feel better, I guess. I don't know. It's the craziest thing with me. I really should get to a doctor.
Well, now you're better, though.
Sort of.
It could go either way.
I'm not sure what I am.
But you're not, you know what, you're not like coughing and stuff so far.
But I wasn't coughing before anyway.
Well, you were like...
Yeah, I was gross. What'd you do this weekend?
I went to the basketball game yesterday.
Oh, did you? I was thinking about that. Michael Jordan played.
Last game in the Garden, probably.
Was it fun to watch him?
It was very much fun. It was a good game.
Did the Knicks win?
The Knicks won by 1 point.
And Michael Jordan scored 37, even though 39. And
the Knicks still won.
Michael Jordan probably could have still played if he could be with a good team.
Oh, he's good. It's the team that's failing him.
Right.
Yes, nobody else is doing anything. He's trying to hold the whole game up on his own shoulders, and he's 40 years old.
Right. I don't think he can do that.
He said that after the game. He was pissed at those guys. He said it's amazing that a 40-year-old guy is more, enthusiastic about the game than these 23-year-olds.
Do you believe, by the way, that that's Michael Jordan's last game at the Garden?
Yes.
He said he's leaving this year.
Does he think like Pete Townsend and the Who? This is his farewell tour for the 100th time?
Yeah, I don't think he's coming back again.
He's still good.
He can't.
I mean, he could play. I mean, he could take a year off and come back at 42. I mean, even at 42, he's still better than half the guys in the NBA.
You think?
Look at how good he is now.
Maybe you're right.
The guy scored 39 points as a 40-year-old.
Yeah, but he can't keep laying off and then coming back. That body's not going to do it.
What if he kind of... got with a team that had some really good players that he could just kind of come in and out of the game?
How would he do with the Lakers?
Oh, he'd do awesome.
They don't need him. That's how good he would do. He's always with a team that needs him.
Right. He's like us. We go to crummy radio stations when they're in trouble.
Yeah.
Nobody hires us when they're doing well.
But, Robin, he's one of the owners of the team, right?
Right.
That's why he's with the Wizards.
Well, actually, no. He used to be a part owner of the Bulls, and then he had to give that up to be the coach of the Wizards,
No, he had to give up being part owner of the Wizards.
To be the coach.
Because it's a conflict. Yeah.
Right.
He couldn't be part owner and play.
Yeah.
Like somebody cared.
Why can't you own the team and play?
There's rules, I guess.
Yeah, why? Who would make that rule? Because you know what? Have you ever met an owner that could play? I mean, they never predicted years ago that one of the players would become an owner.
Because there's a guy in the NHL. Did Mario Lemieux have to give up his ownership? No, he was playing. Yeah, he owns the Pittsburgh. He's one of the owners of the Pittsburgh Penguins, and he played.
Yeah, but it's hockey. It's not basketball. Obviously, they have a different rule thing going on there.
Yeah,
why would an owner not be able to play?
What's the conflict?
Like, who? That sounds like one of those Tom rules. Like, Tom comes up with rules and...
Yeah, who would even think of it?
When Baba Booey was out in L.A., he went over to Jimmy's show, and I guess he was hanging out backstage, and he meets a couple of guys who are the lawyers who are in charge, because the show's live. They're in charge of hitting a button.
They watch everything.
They're the three guys, standards and practices.
Standards and practices. If something gets weird, they can pull the show, Right. So they were shocked. They're just absolutely dumbfounded, Gary said, that you know, the lawyer said, well, who does your censorship? Who sits and hits the button on you guys? And we said, oh, a weekender.
An overnight.
An overnight. We wish we had the overnight guy. Well, it's one of the DJs who couldn't really get that much on-air work, so they offered him an air shift if he watched the button.
Right.
And they were like, well, how can that be? It's impossible that you would leave that up to somebody. Well, as Gary said and I said, the show's not that important to this company.
Absolutely.
And the content isn't that important, and it doesn't matter how badly the show gets obliterated.
They don't care.
No. There's not a lot of thought that goes into it. Well, we hit the button, but we made a mistake.
Yeah, so it's over now.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Next time you say that sequence of words, which will be 1,000 years from now,
yeah,
we
like
won't
you're
do that.
ever going to say them again.
Yeah.
They have a team of lawyers. You have Dead Air Dave.
I have Dead Air Dave.
And it's a love fest over there. Like, everybody, you know, they're invited to all the events. They all get along really well.
They get along well because those guys are sort of professionals. It's 3 guys sitting there discussing something, trying to figure out how to make everything work. In this place, Tom doesn't feel like getting up early because he had cancer.
But Tom shouldn't even be doing. Tom doesn't know.
Tom knows nothing. But Tom, at least as the general manager, he doesn't feel like getting up early.
You know what's one of the funniest? Well, it's not funny. You're not going to think this is funny. One of the weirdest things that happens is they will get rid of a phrase. Maybe it's something new that happened, and they're supposed to tell me so I can make sure that it doesn't happen again.
They never tell you.
But they forget to tell me, and then we'll be using it for like a week.
And they don't tell you.
And they don't tell me, and then all of a sudden somebody will go, that gets hit all the time. That button gets hit when you guys say that. And I was like, well, why wouldn't someone tell us?
And then this random sort of line that changes. Oh, here's Dead Air Dave.
Our standards and practices.
Hey, here's our lawyer.
Can I just say that I was on the station for 4 years before I started doing this. It's not like I'm some failed DJ.
Were you full-time?
He was the overnight guy.
Were you full-time overnight?
Not full-time, but I was on like 4 times a week, 3, 4 times.
You sold your soul for 5 shifts a week, right?
No, I'm still doing about 3 to 4 a week, but yeah, I sold my soul.
Yeah, but you were a part-timer.
So what?
You were a part-timer.
Yeah.
You've never been full-time.
Not here.
So I'm accurate. You're a part-time DJ.
You make it sound like I'm like this.
You might say that's negative. I don't. I'm just saying you're a part-time DJ elevated to, or demoted to, censoring our show. Really, you have no qualifications to do it.
It's essentially like a listener sitting here.
It is. It's a guy who listens to the show saying, I think that sounds dirty to me. I'll hit the button.
Yeah.
Hey, can I ask you a question?
I mean, that's what we've got here.
What was your training program? Just out of curiosity.
Sitting there with Tom.
For how long? How many weeks?
A couple months.
Oh, sitting with Tom for a couple of months?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Why do you think I look so beat down?
I don't think it was a couple of months.
No, it was about a couple months.
It was about a couple of weeks.
No.
Yeah.
Whatever.
You act as if a couple of months or a couple of weeks makes a difference. It was Tom. He watched Tom not know what to do.
Yeah. Well, I give up anyway. Cares, let Dead Air Dave. Essentially, why don't we just have a different listener in every week to hit the button?
That's what we could do.
You know, you make it seem like I'm hitting the button on stuff that's okay, and I'm, not.
What? What'd you just say?
Make it seem like I'm ruining the show.
You are.
I'm not.
Have you ever... But here's the deal.
What do you mean you're not?
It's not your fault. But have you ever hit the button on something, and then the lawyer said it was okay, and that you probably could have let that one go?
A couple times.
Yeah. But it's not even that. It's like I've got to sit here and readjust the way I speak to satisfy some guy I really hardly know.
It's stupid. I know.
I don't have discussion with you. I don't know you.
You're really only talking to him.
Yeah. I mean, essentially, there's my filter, right? I'm in league with Dead Air Dave, a guy I don't even know. I don't know.
Yeah, you two have never had a talk about the show.
As far as I know, you could be home, you could be a terrorist for all I know.
Here we go again.
But you are a radio
start the music up again.
Why would you say that? A terrorist.
It's not that I think you're a bad guy.
Yeah, you do.
No, I don't. I don't think you're a bad guy. I think you're grasping for a job. And I understand that. But the station should hire an attorney who is an FCC attorney.
That's what I thought when they offered it to me. I'm like, what?
Yeah. Didn't Tom say to you, we want to send you to law school?
On the company's dime.
Yeah.
It is kind of funny, but...
I mean, you're following orders. I understand that.
Yeah.
My dad told me when he was in the Army, when they fought the guys in World War II, a lot of the guys were just following orders.
Yeah, I just watched The Pianist this week.
Well, that's what the Germans always said. Right. Oh, we killed a lot of Jews, but we were just following orders.
Yeah, so Dave's like Goebbels.
No, he's not even that high up.
But Dave, did you want this job, or did they come after you?
No, of course I didn't want it.
They came after you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, nobody wanted the job, Howard.
All right.
Nobody.
No one. Too much. Well, anyway, hey, Dave, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
We get it. The company is just completely off its rocker. It's just, my point is that the television show for Jimmy, they've got 3 lawyers sitting there.
And they still can't get it right. You notice stuff slips out on that show all the time.
It slips out? Well,
first of all, it's after midnight. So I think you should be able to do anything you want. You know, it's midnight.
The comparison is not what goes on Jimmy's show versus ours. It's that there's some thought being put into it. You know,
yeah, they take it seriously.
But this is these guys' whole job.
Right.
You know. And they have some sort of law background where they deal with the government and standards and practices.
Right. They're reading the FCC regulations.
Yeah. They were in shock that we left it up to a part-timer.
All right.
All right. Thanks, Dave.
Thank you.
That Air Dave, everyone. Everyone loves him. Everyone loves that Air Dave. His girlfriend just dumped him. What's up, Scott?
Hey, Howard, man, the show is not on in Baltimore. They're playing sports.
That's right, they are, because if you tune over, this is good news. We are on in Baltimore, but we're on FM now.
Oh.
What channel?
We're on WXYV in Baltimore, live 105.7 FM.
It's about time you guys hit FM, man. I've been listening to you since DC 101.
There you go. I've been, praying for a station in Baltimore that was on FM. We've been on AM for years, and I don't know how many years we've been on there. What, 10 years, 15 years?
10, 12 years.
There you are. I gotcha.
Yeah, so...
I love it.
Yeah, with very little fanfare, we've been switched over to the FM side of things in Baltimore.
But, again, going back to your original thought about the company thinking of you, how are people of Baltimore supposed to know? Like, this guy knows now.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and I went onto the WJFK website, and it still has, like, the old lineup, but yet the...
Well, the great thing about me is somehow word gets out that I'm on FM.
But wouldn't it be nice if, like, during the sports show, they ran some promos that said, hey, if you're looking for Howard, he's over here now.
Yeah, well, I think they're hoping that our listeners will get into the sports show, and then it will be up to me to create a whole new audience on FM. I don't care. I'm glad we're on an FM station. You know, it's amazing to me. I was watching the SAG Awards on E. You know, they have the red carpet coverage.
Yes.
Which is a good little franchise for E, because they always think to tune to E for red carpet anything. So I knew the SAG Awards were on at 8 o'clock on I forget, Ted Turner Network or some...
TNN?
Something like that. TNT, I think. TNN. I don't know one from the other. So, I figured, well, okay, I'll watch E. I said to myself, I don't see one promo on E ever. No mention of our television show.
Right.
Like they promote, like they said, okay, Anna Nicole Smith every minute. Then they go, 8 o'clock, Anna Nicole, Supersize. 9 o'clock, E! True Hollywood Story of Lisa Marie Presley. Every second, the E! And even my girlfriend said to me, who cares about Lisa Marie Presley?
Yeah, how could she even have a True Hollywood Story?
But they promote it every minute. And then they go at 10 o'clock, the Michael Essien show.
Oh, yeah.
Which is like a high school kid who has his own talk show. And the show's not bad. It's a funny show. I watched it. But they never, ever mention...
You wouldn't know you were actually on E.
Not only do they...
Although they did say 11 p.m., nothing important will happen.
Not only do they not mention you, but I happen to be up watching the show on Saturday night.
Yeah.
And you know those crawls that go across?
Yeah.
I saw this one. I had to remember. I don't know what they're called, but it mentioned that the nominations are out for the Science Fiction Awards.
Yeah, that's important to ruin my show.
Over Fred Durst.
Yeah. Oh.
Hey, Howard, can I ask you a question?
But don't you think that's kind of... What do you think's going on over at E that they don't even promote the show?
I think they think that you're so big that you don't need promotion.
Yeah, but every show... I mean, even MTV promotes ozzy because it's good for them. It says, hey, we're here. This is what we're about. I think it's almost like they're embarrassed by me. They're hiding the show. They're like, you know what? The show does get big ratings and we can promote during the show, but let's keep it a secret.
Like, wouldn't you run a promo that said... Tune in tonight, Fred Durst spills it all about Britney Spears.
Yeah, I mean, build an audience for it, for Christ's sake.
Have you ever seen E promote us? No,
never.
Not the entire time we've been there.
Never. They never do a special... Here's Robin Radzinski. Is she here? I got to ask her if she knows anything about this. She talks to E every once in a blue moon.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, what is that about? Like, it's like as if CBS wouldn't mention David Letterman or one of their signature shows.
I agree. It's very disappointing.
Don't you think it's that they're embarrassed by my show and that...
No, I think Gary hit the nail on the head. What they believe that that you drive an audience and
yeah, but
they
let's,
don't need to.
But wouldn't it help to drive more people to the show and build on it?
Absolutely. And when we have a special event like or a great show that we want to promote, they will put something on, but it just doesn't run often enough. Like we put on a special promo for Fred Durst.
Yeah, but they promote.
Where was it?
Well, yeah, I didn't see it once during the SAG Awards.
It ran during our show.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, it's nutty. I think they're ashamed of my show. It's kind of a bummer, but...
Yeah, I mean, Gary's acting as if, you know, they promoted Seinfeld when it was #1. They promote Friends.
I'm not acting anyway. I'm just saying, I think that's what they're thinking.
Don't you build on that and say, hey, this is our #1 show? And I guess they feel that that's not the image they want to project for the network, but...
Honestly, I don't believe that...
I do. Well, then what would be it?
They believe that you're big enough that you create your own audience here in the morning, perhaps.
I think they're afraid that, like, Richard Gere will tune into E to watch some vanity piece on himself, and he'll see Howard Stern and go,
Well, that you're talking about it this morning will certainly raise the issue.
No, it won't. It will not. They don't care. They don't really care about the show.
Yeah, talking about those crawls didn't stop them. Just made them smaller.
Yeah, it's kind of bumming me out. Well, talking about the crawls, the only thing that helped was that for a while the screen was morphing.
Yeah, so now it's smaller, but they're still there.
I know. I didn't see one during the SAG Awards.
No crawls?
No, not on the red carpet,
Are you kidding?
Because I would have ruined it.
Do you know how long... I was reading an article on the plane. Do you know how long their Oscar coverage is going to be that day? 15 hours.
Yeah, they're like the Super Bowl. It's Oscar everything.
They're starting at like 10 in the morning.
It's smart, actually.
But they really are. The Oscars are becoming like the Super Bowl. It's getting almost Super Bowl-type numbers for their commercials now, and he's taking it seriously.
Well, it's the gay Super Bowl. That's what we were saying.
It's the gay Super Bowl. He has all gay correspondence,
but
pretty much.
Gay guys have a party.
It looks like to me. I mean, I don't know if they're gay, but they seem very effeminate. They're guys.
Gay guys have an Oscar party the way Artie would have a Super Bowl party.
Because they have guys on that red carpet who are like, oh, my God, like bad toupees and, you know.
Weird outfits.
Weird outfit. Like they just stepped off Mars.
You know who's funny on that channel?
And they cleaned them up for the E! channel.
Michael Musto. You ever see Michael Musto on there?
Yeah.
I mean, his glasses, you know, are 10 feet long, and he's always wearing a green leisure suit.
Could he beat up anyone?
No. Yeah, but how about doing another show, seeing a scroll for your show, like tonight on Howard Stern?
Nothing,
Mr.
ever.
Methane.
Nothing. They're embarrassed by the show. Here's what I think. I think probably our show would fit in better somewhere with, like, the Comedy Channel or, you know, wherever the hell Jon Stewart's on. What is that on?
Comedy Central.
Comedy Central or MTV or even HBO or something.
I was thinking HBO.
You know. And E then will... I don't get them, though. Shuli, yeah, you're on the air.
Yeah, Howard, I just want to say, man, I really, it's sad that E has no right, that they don't put any of your commercials on. Every second commercial for that channel is Girls Gone Wild.
That's a good point.
They promote the hell out of that show.
Every commercial is like the nastiest thing you ever seen.
Well, they have that Ibiza. They go to Ibiza with Jenna Jameson or whoever, Brooke Shields or whatever.
Brooke Burke or
some Brooke.
Wild on.
Wild on something. And it's like, well, they promote that. I mean, that's not really the E imagery.
Your show's a billboard. It's like a big billboard. And the only Fred Durst commercials they ran were during your shows.
And Mindy says she likes me. I mean, I like Mindy. I'm a fan.
She comes to visit, and she seems nice, and I feel like she likes us.
Yeah, well, maybe she just likes our ratings. I don't know. But they don't seem... I don't know. Hey, Pete, you're on the air.
Yeah, how you doing, Howard?
Hey, brother.
I think I got an idea why you're always feeling sick.
I'm not always feeling sick. I've been sick for about 2 weeks.
I think Beth gave you an STD.
Oh, come on. That's terrible. What are you saying?
Maybe hepatitis like Anna and Tommy.
Oh, come on.
There's no chance? Have you been checked out?
Yes. No, I have no STDs.
When were you checked out last?
Yesterday. They did a complete workup. They found out that no, I have a bad cold, and well, I had a cold. Well, maybe I don't know.
But it's not an STD.
Yeah, I got a cold. How do you get an STD from that?
Because Beth, her ex-boyfriend calls her still. Maybe they have a thing on the side going.
Okay.
Will you stop with your
animal
theories?
Jesus. All right, I'll go get checked out. Yeah. Hey, Jay.
Howard, who's this little freak Mike 𝗏𝗏𝗏? This guy's a nerd, and they keep promoting him all over the place.
It's a cute show, actually. I saw it once. It was this kid in high school.
Yeah, I want to check it out. I haven't seen it yet.
He does a show from his living room. And his dad works the camera, and... it's one of these kind of things. And it's cute.
But they have promoted the hell out of it.
Yeah, I mean...
Nothing, though. That guy, I used to steal his money from him in high school.
All right, thanks. But it's a cute little show, and I saw one episode where one of the girls from TLC or something comes to his house, and it was cute, but...
He gets good guests.
Yeah, but what essentially is flawed with the show is now that it's on E, they're doing it for E. In other words, it's not...
they're coming because of E. It's not what he could do on his own.
Yeah, so the show isn't...
Yeah, I think
it's not that difficult now for him to get guests. It was funny to watch him try and get a guest when he was nobody. Now that he's on E, these people are forced to do it.
But I'll tell you how well they promoted it. I've never seen the show, yet I'm aware of it.
Yeah. Exactly. Our show is never promoted.
Right.
And it's disturbing to me. You would think that since we're the #1 show on their network, they would really get behind it. Yeah, I don't know.
How long have we been on E? Do you know? How many years?
Like on this radio station, they're always like, the home of the Howard Stern building.
Or top of the Howard Stern building.
I love that. Because it reminds people we're on, and not in an obvious way. It's brilliant. But it's a promotion. Even though we're #1 here in the morning, we still have to, we still like to have a presence on the station. Unless it's a real name station.
Yeah, like NBC.
Yeah, on NBC, I asked him not to.
Don't talk about it.
Mike 𝗏𝗏𝗏 has his father working the camera and 2 lawyers working the buttons.
There you go. You know how many years we've been on E now?
I don't know.
Anybody have a guess?
I would guess 10.
I'd say 9. You started in '94, I'd say.
You're absolutely right. We've been on E 9 years in June. This coming June will be 9 years we're on the network.
Wow.
See, the reason I asked
one of the longest running shows in cable.
Well, and the reason I asked that is because usually, even with, you pick up Entertainment Weekly, and they'll do a whole article about the 5th anniversary of Conan. When he was on Friday.
Conan.
No, but I'm wondering...
Conan, they put him on E for a while. They couldn't even get a blip on the ratings. Same with Letterman.
Yeah, they put Letterman on.
You try and get a blip on E.
But I'm wondering if, how come you never see articles about
that you've been on for 9 years, one of the longest running shows on cable, still gets a great rating every night.
You'd think he would
what
take
happened on our 5th anniversary? Nothing.
No, I know what happened. I know exactly what happened.
What?
Nothing. I didn't get a phone call. That's weird.
Yeah, like what other show on E has been on for 10 years?
Please. Nothing. Thank you.
Not a lot of shows have been on for 10 years, period, anywhere.
In case you have any good gay sex this weekend?
Yeah, he's stepping up like he has a story.
The change is
as a matter of fact.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't understand, like, the whole...
The answer's no.
No, of course not.
All right. That's all I want to know.
I don't understand how being with a guy is gay.
No, it's just like I come in, I didn't even do anything gay. I didn't say anything gay. And
you looked at Dave Moreno's ass. That was enough, and that was like 5 years ago.
Yeah, I kind of stuck with me. In retrospect, maybe that was a mistake.
Don't you think Dan Marino's ass is really good?
I'm still going record. The guy's got a big ass. I'm telling you.
All right. That's not what you said. You said it was a nice ass.
I didn't say it was nice. I said it was big.
Whatever.
He said it was a funny looking ass. And I was like,
what are you looking for?
Exactly. It did look funny. That's all he said.
But as opposed to, like, you know what a nice ass looks like.
No, it doesn't look regular.
You evaluated Dan Marino's ass.
His ass looks out of proportion if you watch the videos. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, boy. It's not getting any better.
Yeah, right. I'm going to leave.
You shouldn't even notice Dan Marino's ass.
Yeah, but I couldn't help but notice it. Like, you ever look at somebody on the street and say, well, you know, just something weird going on there?
Women.
If it's a guy, you never look down below his eyes.
Sometimes you can't help but notice it.
If an ass is out of proportion, it's on a woman.
Of course.
That's the only ass you know.
I noticed it.
I'm looking at an ass.
I'll take it one step further.
I don't look at Gary and go, you know, his ass is a little out of proportion.
And if you do notice it, you should never verbalize it.
Well, I don't care. I'll say it. I mean, I go on the street and I'll see something wrong.
How's my ass?
You're in proportion, I guess.
See?
But that doesn't
you shouldn't even know that. You should say, here's the answer. How would I know? I don't look at your ass.
Then I'm lying to you. Then I'm lying. Then.
If Dan Marino has a funny ass, Carmen Electra's ass is hilarious.
You like the way my... You can see kind of the outline of my balls through my pants. You see, you understand that's gay, right?
I like that, yeah.
All right, you should be looking at that.
He came here once and started talking about seeing somebody's sex on TV that nobody else saw.
Sometimes you can't help but notice stuff.
If you're gay.
No. If you pay attention to detail like I do.
Thank you. We got to take a break. When we come back, we have so much more to talk about, but we got to take a break. Right after these words, we'll be back.
Hi, this is Mike Piazza, baseball superstar. When I sign, I'm going to buy K-Rock and fire 𝗵𝗵cie𝘄𝗿𝗍. Now here's Howard Stern.
You're listening to a man who never spanked his kids because he was too busy spanking his monkey.
That's the reason why. I just didn't want to humiliate my kids. I'm not saying I didn't spank my monkey. Well, I just saw Stuttering John, who decided to show back up to work. All weekend I was getting phone messages. From Stuttering John.
Really? What did he say?
Call me, bro. Call me, bro. Last guy who called me bro. Last guy who called me bro is Scott 𝗫nciger.
Oh.
Don't call me bro.
And did you call him?
No, of course not. Why would I call him? Why would I waste my time calling him?
I wonder what he wanted.
No, I got no beef with the guy. I'm the guy who gave him permission to go off and do I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here. And they were paying him $100 grand or something to go do it. And I said, you know what? I'm not going to tell you not to make that money. That's serious money. I said, but when are you going to be going? So he says, well, I'm gone for two weeks. 2 weeks.
And one of them were on vacation.
One of the weeks I'm on vacation. Yeah, you owe me $100. Give it to me.
What's that for?
He gave me my $900. He owes me another $100.
I'm only took $1,000. Look, give me $1,000.
Oh, is that from the race?
Yeah.
He owes me money, too. Where's mine?
I bet you, too?
Yeah.
Howard?
Yeah.
Get a jockstrap?
Where's your dress?
I thought it was a dress, right?
No, it was a
jockstrap, wasn't it?
A jersey and a jockstrap.
Oh, a jersey. Yeah.
Marco's jersey and a jockstrap and heels.
Do we have Marco's jersey?
You get it. And you better make good on your bet.
You know I will.
Anyway, so Stuttering John says to me before he goes to Australia or whatever it is, I'm going to be gone 2 weeks. 1 week on vacation and another week, and then I'll be back. I said, fine. That's okay with me. Gary came to me and said, it's fine with you. He goes, well, when was John going to tell me? It's like, now it's my job to go find someone to replace John.
Wait a minute, he didn't tell Gary.
No. So Gary was like, goes up to John, goes, what's the deal here? 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Dude, I'm going to tell you, I'm being serious with you. You abuse me and embarrass me. I'm sick of it.
I told Gary it was 2 weeks.
No, you didn't. You told me it was 2 weeks.
You told everybody it was 2 weeks. It was 3.
Then the week before I left, I went up to Gary in his office and said,
everybody says on that show you didn't stutter. Here you stutter plenty.
I said, I made a mistake. I initially thought it was going to be 1 week while we were off.
When you lie, you stutter. I realize that.
Yeah, okay.
You're a liar.
Gary, did he do this?
Why can you never be wrong? Why can't you admit you lie?
I'll swear on my life I did.
You came up to me and told me you were going to be gone 2 weeks.
Initially, I thought it was going to be 1 week.
So then why wouldn't you come to me and tell me it's 3 weeks?
Because then Gary told me he had a discussion with you. He told you that I
You didn't have any discussion with me.
Remember Gary? And he said that
Gary's discussion with me. Gary's discussion with me.
Remember when you told me? All right.
Gary's discussion with me is, how the hell, like, yeah, sure, John goes off, but then it becomes my headache. I got to run the office.
What happened was, I went to Howard to say, I just want to make sure you know that John's going to be gone a week while we're here, because I was out of the loop on this thing when the whole thing started. So Howard goes, no, I didn't know John. Howard
Here's what I want.
Gone a week while we were here.
Listen, I'm just going to settle all this. From now on, he is not to bother me with any of his projects. Just say no to everything. Okay? No. The answer is no. Here, I'm going to tell you something. I want to go for a month and do a celebrity bingo.
So you got to understand the way...
No. He's going to come to you. You're not coming to me, right? You understand that? Do you understand?
Sure.
All right.
Sure.
I want to do celebrity bingo for a month. What are you going to say?
Don't bother Howard with your problem.
No. You don't have to say that.
Okay, no.
No.
Okay, no.
You don't even have to do that.
No.
All right, let's practice again because you screwed that one up. All right. I just got asked to run for Vice President of the United States.
No.
No? All right.
Or go.
No. Just say no. No, he could decide to leave. Anybody can do that. But you say no.
No.
All right. See, you messed it up again.
No,
I think you got to rehearse it one more time.
I just got asked for 2 weeks.
No.
Perfect. Yeah, that was good. He didn't even get out the request.
That's right.
You just heard 2 weeks. There's my answer, no. Because I'll tell you why. You're like a child. I have no problem with you doing anything. The thing I have a problem with is, if you're going to leave, know the days you're going to leave. Be a man just one goddamn time in your life and know, I got a job. You think I could leave for 3 weeks and tell everyone I'm leaving for 2 weeks? You think I can do that?
The way
at the end of 2 weeks, this is what should have happened. This is what I should have seen on your reality show. You stand up on a goddamn rock and you go, oh, my God, I'm not at my real job. I told Howard 2 weeks. I have to leave. And you leave.
I'm a celebrity. Get me out of here.
Yeah, you announce, I'm a celebrity. Get me out of here.
I'm telling you.
Because if you leave here, you're no longer a celebrity.
I'm telling you.
You're a regular person, and it isn't fun being a regular person. Trust me. Not being under my wing is not fun. Go ask Jackie. Taking Scott Einzinger's stolen leftovers. It's not fun, nor funny. Remember that. Big shot. I'll be gone. And by the way, I saw 2 episodes of your show.
Yeah.
Why can't I see that stuff?
Sure.
Yeah, but this woman was a real beast. I mean, a pig.
So it might have been a rape.
Yeah. Oh, that's a rape. I mean, this pig of a woman, like, she had sex with some young kid.
Yeah.
Boy.
Right.
And you think, wow, lucky kid. You know, he's 15, got to bang some hot chick. Man, you got to see this. Artie, no offense, she looks like you in a dress.
No offense taken.
I mean it.
But that's when it's rape, when it's girl on guy, if the chick's ugly.
Right.
It's rape.
Yeah, this is definitely a rape.
Yeah, 42-year-old teacher's aide was charged with raping a 15-year-old Long Island boy in her home. And she's married with kids. I'm like, goodness, how
aide.
Embarrassing could this be?
What could that pay? Teachers don't get paid.
Nothing.
Imagine teacher's aide.
It's probably like $10 an hour.
So anyway, she's up on charges. The neighbors say she was a nice woman. But
yeah. Well, it's like John. He goes on an island with people. Everyone's nice.
Everybody thinks he's nice. David Letterman's eye is not all better yet.
He should really give it up. He should retire. Go enjoy your life, dude. You made a ton of dough. Your body's falling apart. You had a heart. What do you have, a heart transplant or something?
He had bypass surgery.
Yeah, I mean, and now he's got shingles.
It really would be funny if he had a heart transplant and he's still doing it.
Yeah, I mean, like what signal do you need that it's enough?
These guys never give up their shows.
I've been sick for a month. I can't wait to give up my show. I give it up right now.
CBS announced on Friday that Letterman will miss this week's Late Show, and there will be celebrity substitutes. Filling in are Whoopi Goldberg tonight, Vince Vaughn on Tuesday.
Stuttering John on Wednesday, I believe.
Elvis Costello got Wednesday. They were thinking of Stuttering John.
I would get Stuttering John over Elvis Costello.
Will Ferrell on Thursday, and Friday's host is yet to be announced.
Lou Piniella. Notice Letterman picks all horrible people. Like no one who could be a threat to him.
Yeah.
Imagine like they put me on there with half a finger. I make it more entertaining and the ratings go up. He
could stay home.
Then he'd have shingles all over the place.
I think Lou Piniella's a great idea.
I think Chris Judd.
There you go.
An hour of silence.
Since everybody's in love with him now.
Yeah, he's Bruce Willis filled in for him. I saw that.
Yeah.
It was the biggest train wreck I've ever seen on television.
Yeah.
It made me appreciate Dave. You couldn't possibly watch.
That's what he's trying to do, make you appreciate him, I guess.
Yeah.
But they say right now that overall his health is excellent. But a complete recovery will require some additional time for the eye shingles. So they say the principal treatment for Letterman right now is rest.
You know what? Stay home. I went to get that guy to fill in for him on Friday, that 𝗛cie𝘄𝗿𝗍𝗶, the hairy guy. I'd watch that.
Now tonight's top 10.
Tonight, we're going to talk to Demi Moore and Magic Johnson. These are my guests. Welcome. I am the guy who did 9/11. I will answer your questions about 9/11 and how I planned it and caused havoc.
The top 10 reasons why I destroyed the World Trade Center.
Number 10, the white man is the devil. Number 9, Allah told me. But it would be great.
Tune in.
When I was planning 9/11, I made a duty in my pants. What happened was, I was doing my planning of 9/11, and I thought I was going to fart, and it slipped out. The doorbell rang. It was Osama bin Laden's third wife. And I thought that everything was fine. And then I realized I had stepped in something. I tracked through my entire cave. Dirt.
This cave stinks.
This cave stinks. And Osama bin Laden's wife was freaking out. She said, where are the plans for 9/11? I said, oy vey, duty on my foot. I was ashamed.
Courtesy flush, please.
Then I said, I'm a terrorist. Get me out of here. And that was that.
You would make a great guest host.
Yes.
Yeah.
What do you think of that story, Paul?
You're great, Khalid. You're great.
Khalid, it's something else. He's hip. I like Khalid.
Tonight on the show, we kill Paul.
I will slit Paul's throat from ear to ear.
Hey, this guy's good.
Come on, Fox.
Good thing Dave got shingles. We're up 3 points in the ratings.
Here's stupid pet tricks.
Terrorist tricks.
I'm going to eat a dog.
Tonight, my guest is Demi Moore. Hello, Demi. Hello, Khalid. Let me ask you this. Why do you not cover your face for Allah? And why do you shave your legs and show your ankles and feet?
Demi, would you like to rake my back?
We are going to stone her now.
Apparently, Demi had a baby out of wedlock. We will stone her to death.
You're such an ass, Khalid. You said ass to a man? I'm going to horsewhip you.
In my country.
Who would like to cast the first stone?
I have a game we can play tonight. How many stones will it take to kill Demi Moore? If you said over 30, you would have the over.
1, 2...
All right, let's see.
Now, tonight, for my bit, before I interview, we will do commercial, then I come back, and we will bomb the White House with a nuclear watermelon. What do you mean? You know how Dave dropped a watermelon? We have nuclear watermelon. And don't forget to take your NORAD, so you get no radiation. What a show that would be.
Great. The shake.
Shake your duty.
Let him have the whole week. Don't confine him to one night.
I tell you what, the reason I am wearing gloves tonight, I don't want to catch shingles from Dave. You know, when I was planning 9/11, I never would have thought a couple of years later I host David Letterman. I never could believe it.
My career's on an upswing.
I'm the biggest.
I used to watch Johnny when I was going to school in America.
People say to me, how will you beat Jay Leno? We will send him anthrax, and I will beat him. Oh, I'll kill him.
Next up, we fly a plane into Rupert's Deli.
Yeah, why don't they just get Khalid Muhammad?
Yeah, stupid human tricks. He'll have suicide bombers.
What are you going to do to Jimmy Kimmel? Who cares? He has no ratings. He can't hurt me.
He is no threat.
He's no threat. He's like France.
He's my dog. He does what I say.
He's like France. You do nothing. Nothing. Nothing.
He's not a factor for me.
How in the hell did Leno get Stuttering John? Didn't we offer him?
Well.
So, yes, you can see all substitutes on Letterman this week.
Maybe I'll do Friday's show.
Yeah, they're looking for somebody.
I wouldn't even do it.
Dude, you know what they're going to do. They're going to pull out of Regis again.
Yeah. Anybody that Dave isn't threatened by. Yeah. Anybody good, they wouldn't let host.
Dude, you know you could do it with a phone call. You just got to call over there.
Yeah, oh, yeah. They'd be thrilled to have me.
Oh, yeah. No, you can be a guest, Howard. That's exactly what they said.
They put on Lech Walesa before me.
All right, I have a question for you. You're Athena Onassis Roussel.
What am I wearing?
Anything you want, because you've got $2.7 billion and you're 18 years old.
on my breast and vagina. I'm so ready for you. Oh, yeah. Come on, give it to me. I'm just getting into my part.
Okay.
All right, I'm Athena Onassis.
Yeah, and have you seen her?
Yeah.
She hot?
She looks like her mother.
Yeah, she's not bad.
She's not awful.
I'd bang her.
But she's not the greatest looking girl in the world.
She's a single bagger.
Tell you what, that $2 billion makes her a no-bagger.
I know what I would do with her.
What?
I'd kidnap her and kill her.
And take her money.
So I'm wondering if she's not going to wind up just like her mom, going after guys that she really
shouldn't be with.
Get.
Yeah, she will. Of course she will.
Oh.
She's rich, and there's going to be lots of guys who are going to be after her.
Yeah, because she's dating this dude right now who's married.
Yeah, it's a disaster in the making.
And they think that she's run off to Brazil to get surgery because, you know, he likes women with small butts.
So she can't work out. She's going to get surgery.
She's got the $2.7 billion.
Oh, well.
He should be having the surgery.
Right.
Yeah, no kidding.
That's what these women can't figure out.
What kind of a guy is that?
The $2.7 billion.
You know who should go after her? Mark Harris.
Oh, no. She's way too
billion.
young. She's way too young for Mark.
I'm going to build us the giantest disco floor you ever saw.
Athena, let me show you my ideas for my summer suits.
I wish her well, because, you know, that $2.7 billion is probably continuing to be cursed.
I tell you what, $2 billion at 18? Oof, man.
It's amazing. An amazing amount of money. All right, Iraq. Colin Powell thinks that he has the votes necessary to pass a new resolution in the United Nations Security Council. So he doesn't think that the United States will be going without any support. However, he does expect France to veto it, which would take the measure off the table anyway.
Isn't it weird how we have to beg all these countries to go along with us? Let's stop the charade. They're not into it. We are. Let's do it. Come on. Stop the begging. But the president
has reserved the right to take action no matter what the UN Security Council says. So he's given a deadline of March 17th for compliance. And I suppose that is when we will be going to war. However, the anti-war machine is up and running and just humming along. There were more protests over the weekend. Whoa! And here is some natural sound of protesters carrying mock coffins to the U.S. Capitol on Sunday, C5.
I heard those chicks in L.A. got naked.
Did they? I wondered what had happened.
In D.C., I don't think they did, but the Raelians got naked outside in L.A. What?
Anybody got footage?
Yeah, I've got to get some of that. These people not wanting us to get the terrorists. What's wrong with them?
I don't know.
Yeah, but World Trade Center was blown up.
I can't explain it. But they're out there singing.
Carrying their coffins. You know what? Carry your own coffin if we don't do this. Because guess what? They're going to blow our asses up. We got to keep these terrorists busy. Or else they coagulate like blood, and they just get together and think of ways to destroy us. Got to keep bombing the hell out of them, wherever we can find terrorists.
The people who are there singing and carrying the coffins don't realize that they are prime targets. They're not going to look at a piece of videotape and say, oh, this person carried a coffin. They didn't want us to go to war, the United States to go to war with Iraq, so let's not blow them up. They just want to kill Americans.
We see these people as pussies.
It also tells me that anti-war people are terrible singers.
Why are people in the streets parading around with signs of this Khalid guy they caught, calling for his lynching? and supporting the president, the CIA for finding this guy.
Civilized. We don't even want to kill the people who want to kill us.
Yeah, well, they should be in the streets screaming for his blood like they did for Mussolini at the end of World War II. Should be kicking his naked corpse in the street.
We would have to suffer a lot more. You know, I mean, we should be blown up a lot more before people get the message that we can't just sit around.
Yeah, what's going on in this country? A bunch of pussies.
Don't understand it. Anyway, we're now also finding out that Iran probably has a more advanced nuclear program than we ever thought before, and that North Korea has set off another rocket of some sort to test out their nuclear capabilities. They've also discovered that Saddam Hussein has cluster bombs that could distribute lots of biological or germ warfare. So let's just sit around and let it all happen.
The weird thing is, once we take care of Saddam Hussein, Iran's going to run rampant because they're afraid of him. That's why they're developing nuclear weapons. They're afraid of that guy.
But that's why I say this is a whole area that needs a lot of work.
Yeah.
You can't just take out one little problem. There are lots of problems in this area.
Basically, if we got rid of all the people over there, everything would be fine.
Well, that would be one way to clear it out.
Well, that's eventually what's going to happen, I think. It seems to me that's where we're headed.
I'm sure there's some nice people over there, but there are also a lot of bad ones.
Yeah.
So it's our problem to have to go over there and try to make some sense out of it. Because nobody else has been able to. Strange thing happening over at the Marriott Hotel, I think it was, at the airport. They found a woman dead in the basement with her throat slashed. And they got an anonymous call from somebody who said, go down there and check on this woman. And now they think it's somebody who worked with her that she may or may not have been dating for a time. But they found her body, and they called out all kinds of people to surround the hotel and search. But they haven't found anyone yet.
And tell me they're thinking that it's the guy who called in is the guy who slit the throat?
Yeah.
Why would he do that?
She was called down to the basement by someone. So, you know, she got a call, go to the basement. She went to the basement, never returned. Someone found, you know, then this call came, you better go down and look for her.
I wonder why what do you think they had, a dose of conscience?
I guess they wanted her found. They didn't want her lying there for a long time. So,
I guess because the guy had to work there. He's like, yeah, I don't want a dead body where I work.
Yeah, somebody's got to come clean.
Come on, clean this thing up.
He doesn't clean up after himself.
Ay, ay, ay.
And these nightclubs now are just, you know, you're taking your life into your hands when you go out to party these days.
What happened? 8
people were shot and 2 more were stabbed in a brutal melee at a Times Square club that erupted when a man brandished a chrome-plated pistol and shouted, "Let's light this place up."
Wow.
Now they're considering that this might have been the result of gang violence, so they're investigating that.
I think it was a video arcade.
It was, but there was a nightclub dance kind of place above it or below it or something.
Yeah, I've quit dancing.
Yeah, because it's dangerous.
Yeah, I don't do it anymore.
Bad for your health. And, of course, the SAG Awards were last night.
They were pretty good. I watched half of them. And
yeah?
Yeah, they had like a lot of famous people, and they spoke quickly, and they got to lots of famous people. There was no clips, like very little.
Oh, they don't do all that build-up?
Very little.
Award?
Very little. Very good show, actually.
Because I have actually never seen the SAG Awards.
Yeah.
I
love award shows.
I'll go look at it tonight.
I love award shows. I love them.
Well, here are some of the winners. Sean Hayes of Will and Grace. He won the award for Best Actor in a Comedy Series, D3.
All right.
I was completely, I know everybody says this, but truly completely shocked. I did not think I was going to win at all. I mean...
These actors really seem to care about this.
Yeah.
I hadn't won.
You know, it's exciting.
The other actors who've...
And so I'm good to go for the rest of my life, you know. And this is just kind of icing on the cake.
Thank you. Rachel Griffiths won for 6 Feet Under. The whole cast was awarded a Best Drama Series. So here's Rachel Griffiths accepting that award, D4.
I do think we're an incredibly warm cast.
I got to tell you, I watched it. That's the incredibly most ugly cast I've ever seen. The most hideous-looking people.
Well, they're Undertakers. They're not supposed to be beautiful.
Wow. There's no glamour on that show.
I think we're all good people. We all get on very well.
Yeah, whatever. I don't care about that.
Catherine Zeta-Jones was given the award for Best Supporting Actress for Chicago.
She's as big as an elephant.
Well, she's pregnant.
By the way, you can't get through 10 minutes of that movie. It sucks so bad. Chicago.
Really?
Yeah, it sucks. It's like people like to be in the middle of a story and some people break out and start singing.
Oh.
Well, that's why they call it a musical.
I hate it.
Like hanging out with annoying people.
Right.
Enjoy.
Imagine I'm telling you a story, I start singing.
Yeah.
You run up to it and then just enjoy.
Yes, Robin, we're doing the news.
All my team there on Chicago's.
Now her head's bigger than ever.
I know. That's the only bad thing about this. She'll start thinking something of herself.
Right.
Christopher Walken won for playing the dad in Catch Me If You Can.
He was
Best
good.
Supporting Actor, D1.
To be part of certain movies that people will watch over and over, and as time goes by, the preservation of movies will become better, and the movies that we're seeing right now may be shown hundreds of years from now, so
don't count on it.
That is a funny man. You know, he did a guest hosting gig on Saturday Night Live a couple of weeks ago. And I haven't watched Saturday Night Live in years. I sat there and watched the whole thing because every time he shows up, he's funny.
Is he?
Yes.
Wow.
He's amazing.
Yeah, he is funny, man.
Yeah, he's cool.
He was just incredible. And Renee Zellweger is the greatest actress on earth. She won for Best Actress in Chicago.
She looks like she swallowed 10 sour balls. And I don't know, her cheeks are all red. It looks like she rubs oil on her face.
Really?
Yeah, there's something weird going on with her. I don't know what happened to her. She was kind of cute. And she had sex with Jim Carrey, and it sucked the life out of her. He's like he must have drained her of her looks.
Me too.
I think there's a lot of reasons why, but I'm sure that...
I'm pretty sure when you have sex with me, eventually your looks get drained.
And there is but it's a combination of it more than
You must have toxic semen.
anything. It has such a wonderful energy to it as well, and it's fun.
It's fun, Chicago. See, you're not getting it. It's fun.
And all that jazz.
There's nothing fun in it for me. I'm not having fun.
Yeah.
It's not fun or fun.
No.
I feel like telling those people to shut up. I'm having the direct opposite reaction.
Experience. Huh?
It's not funny. You know what I watched? That show with John Ritter with the hot chick.
8 simple... what is the name of that?
10 Simple Ways to Date My Daughter or something?
8 Simple Somethings.
Right. I don't know the name of it, but it's funny. But that's fun.
The first episode, and I thought it was okay, but I haven't gone back.
It's pretty good.
Yeah?
Yeah. It's pretty funny. Chick's real hot. The blonde
The blonde daughter?
Oy vey.
Well, how would you have liked to have been cast as the other daughter?
That's not good. That's not fun or funny.
That's what's happening there. The poor girl's going to have a complex. The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame does its inductions tonight.
It's important.
And some of the groups that will be inducted include AC/DC, of course, The Clash, Elvis Costello and the Attractions, The Police, The Righteous Brothers, and we have a little bit of Joe Strummer here this morning, who died. Of course, he won't be there tonight when The Clash is inducted into the Hall of Fame.
They won't wheel him in?
No. But he did say in an old interview he didn't want The Clash to end up like The Who, E1.
The Who, I saw it for myself, it's kind of, they just put up with each other backstage and then go out and do this stuff. I don't want it to be like that. I want to feel like these guys are my friends. We're playing music because we like it. I mean, no one's forcing us to do this. It's insane. People just tend to hang on to the same structure because it's making money. Or
well, what part of Joe Strummer's life didn't he understand that sometimes people don't have to love each other, but this is their way of making money, and they enjoy being on stage, but they don't enjoy each other as people?
No. He wanted to like the people.
Oh, dope.
Well, he didn't end up like the Who. That's one thing for sure.
Yeah. Well, actually, he did. He ended up like the dead member of the Who.
That's true. I was about to say they're still here, but no.
They're really not.
He's like John Entwistle.
Yeah.
But at least he wasn't accused of child porn, though.
Right.
And Sting of the Police, during a press conference, once talked about what songwriting is like. E2.
I wish I could explain what happens, but here's my analogy. You get an idea, a single idea, like a seed. And that seed, by some code...
I think this is like when I thought of going on MTV as Fart Man.
You've got a seed.
Yeah, so I can kind of relate to this.
By like a DNA code grows arms and legs, like verses, choruses, bridges.
Remember when I first thought up painting women's breast green? It was just a seed of an idea, and then I let it grow. A germ.
And that, all you do as a songwriter is monitor that. You don't make it. You don't write it. You just monitor this growth.
All right, genius.
So do you monitor the growth?
I mean, these ideas don't come to me like I invent. They just go through me, and I monitor
I just watch.
I watch the brilliance that is my brain.
And Bobby Hatfield, who is one of the two Righteous brothers, on when he and Bill Medley split up in 1968.
Is he the tall Munster-looking dude?
No, he's the little blonde dude.
He's always wanted to be a solo artist. We were both lead singers, you know, and he's always wanted to be a solo artist, and that
was a good idea, because
you did so well on your own.
Basically why he decided to take off. And maybe, the music was changing a little bit in the late 60s, and he felt it was time to get out there and, head a different direction, which
worked out really well.
Probably was.
So are those guys hating each other and they have to go to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and like each other?
I think they actually got back together because they tour together now. I don't know if they hate each other backstage and just go out and do the music, as Joe Strummer said, but they are together again.
Okay.
And I told you yesterday that the Knicks and the Wizards played at Madison Square Garden. It was probably Michael Jordan's last game in the Garden. He says he's going to quit after this year. And Michael was a little miffed at his team because they had a couple of opportunities to win that they let slip through their fingers. And he says it's a shame that it seems like he wants to win more than the younger guys on his team. C4.
40-year-old man has more desire than the 25, 26, 23-year-old people, and he's diving